The stream of Manor Lords. Manor Lords is probably one of the few games, one of the first games this year for me anyway, that is just so addictive to start over and over. I think I've spent more time starting a new map and playing the first year or two than actually wanting to play the rest of the game. It is crazy. So in the last stream, we started the map and we started the map with combat. And the combat felt still very strange to me. I don't fully understand it yet because you don't assign your citizens to be soldiers. They just get randomly selected. So I'm kind of still not clear exactly what happens when they die, you know, because then you lose part of the family that's running, say, a farm, or part of a family that's running a Fletcher shop. So what happens to the rest of the family? I think they get replenished or something automatically, but I think not having, say, a barracks and then assigning families to the barracks is what confuses me, because that's in the spirit of the game. I would have assumed that that's how it might work, that you assign families to be soldiers, you know, or soldier families. But it seems to work out. I watched a couple of videos of people doing combat, and I think they just get replenished, and basically the women get remarried very quickly. Something like that. So what I want to work on, what I did work on actually the last couple of worlds that I did myself since the last stream, and it was quite a lot. I have actually a starting map, which I'm really happy with. That I can delete that. Which is a rich iron and food start without combat. That's just the normal scenario where you have to beat the game, becoming a 500 unit or 500 citizen city. So we have this as a backup in case we can't find a good start. So we can delete this as well. There we go. So, and there's a few things I actually came across that I didn't know that hopefully will work to our advantage. So first of all, there is a couple of kinks with the game that we're gonna start when we start that we know now and that we work around with. Also, let me know if the music is too loud, if you can still hear me. We might have to actually, I think I can hear it. It's a little loud. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually just a touch too loud, I think. I think there's a few tracks which are louder than others, but we'll see. It is very nice, and it doesn't seem to cause copyright issues, so we should leave it in when we can. So let's start a new map, and oh yeah, I forgot that when you press back, it actually when you press shift home, it actually gets out of the screen, so you can't highlight the word like that. Let's see. There we go. Sir Schnitzel. Okay, Sir Schnitzel is gonna be our guy for our kind of non-combat scenario. We have our emblem, and we're just gonna go with the rise to prosperity. I'm not gonna do the combat because again, the combat is not too difficult. It's, you know, but I just want to focus on the other aspects of the game first, which actually there's a lot of nuances to it, which I think I figured some of them out. Some of them I saw in one or two videos that I didn't know about, which is great, but others I figured out myself, which actually surprised me. So let's begin and see if we get a good start. So Almighty, how are you? Fade, welcome to the stream. I hope you're recovering from your many battles yesterday. All right, so obviously first pause the game before we get started with anything. Now let's have a look and see what our rich resources are. They're berries and they're stone, and we have wild animals here. So that is actually not a bad location to start with. Starting everything here in the center would be nice, because then we don't have a big track to either location. So that's one of the things I'm not sure. If you start somewhere not in town, so you have your shelter here that you start with. If you start somewhere here, I suppose it only takes them a little bit longer to get started to bring all the resources over to the storage, I guess, or the granary, things like that. But then once you're relocated here, everything should be just normal speed. But this would be a good location. However, there is actually something I didn't know. And this is what the stream is kind of a bit about, going into some of the things that might help yourself to start, and that I might learn from you as well in the comments, which is great. Because I think every day I think there's something I figured out, which I then change my mind about. So if you go and place a hunting camp inside here, it actually forces this to get relocated. And look where it moved. So you could actually end up relocating it in a much better location than you had before. So that is pretty good. So here, for example, it's nicely here, but let's see where it could move again. Again, I'm just showing this now so that you can see that that's actually a thing. And I don't think it has to be with the hunting camp necessarily. It could be any building as far as I know. So let's take the hunting, how much does that cost on wood? Is it 2 trees uprooted for this? Oh yeah, that's fine. So let's place it here. Now it's over there. Now it's back over here. Over here. So this is actually not bad. So we could work with that. We have everything nicely here together. And then you just have to remember to remove them. Now you get the resources back because the game is paused. You're not actually doing anything. But there you go. Just in case you didn't know that that was a thing, you can actually force your animals to get relocated. Now it seems that we lost 1 or 2 animals in the process, but that's okay. They're respawning pretty quickly. So this might be something of interest, basically. We have a lot of forest here, so we can build a forest here. And we have the rich resources here and here. We don't need to worry about farming too much because the 500 citizens, we don't need to farm, and there is no fertile farmland anyway because we have the 2 rich resources here, the stone and the berries. So let's actually try this out. So this is the King's Road here. And if we build something here, let's connect to the King's Road right up as well. So we have our resources here for the berries. We have our hunting lodge here. And then we have clay over there. So that could be quite a track, but we'll see how that goes. It's a very big map. Let's actually see if we get something a little bit better closer to home. Like I said, I have a save where everything is kind of in a nice area to start with. I just want to see how the game in general okay. The other things, other resources you can't move around, which is a pity, but the hunting camp, that might be fixed because they might change it that you can build your hunting lodge right in it, and then you can't do that anymore. So let's see where everything is. Actually, this is not bad. The berries are a bit far out, but that's okay. Let's actually turn all that off for now. Okay, good. All right, let's start with that. So we have our hunting lodge here, which is actually quite close now to our start, which is brilliant. And we have our camp. So the next nuance thing is that you start off with 5 homeless people. And you will start getting negative approval because people are homeless as soon as you start the game. Now, you can build 5 houses very quickly, and then people move in, and the homelessness will go away. But what you also can do is you can convert this camp into a work camp, and that will actually give 5 families a place to live. So it provides crude living spaces for 5 families, and that will get rid of this, immediately get rid of this negative approval for homelessness. Now you have to be careful with this. If you build a house and you upgrade this, but you finish your house first, and a single family moves into this house, even if you then build the work camp, you still get the penalty for homelessness. So this is a bug in the moment. So if the first person that moves in anywhere moves into a house before you have converted this to a worker camp, you still get the penalty for homelessness until you have 5 people moved into houses, which means you have to have 10 people living in your village, in your little place, before the penalty goes away. So, which is definitely not the right thing. Yeah. So what I like to do here is I just upgrade this straight away and make that the highest priority, that this is the first thing they're gonna do, and that should then not cause this to get a negative approval. The good thing about that is if you build a house, then afterwards they don't move from here into the house, which I also think is something that shouldn't happen. I think the game should start moving families from the work camp into houses the moment the house is built. But what happens instead is the game basically moves the new citizens into the houses. And what you really would have to do is build 5 houses and delete this, and then force them to move into the houses, basically. Yeah. Otherwise, they will stay living there. Now, on the other hand, if you don't upgrade that to a worker camp, it will automatically delete itself once you have 5 people living in houses. So that's one of the nuances in the beginning. It's related to, obviously, this being a boogie thing. Yeah. If you lock up the homeless, they're no longer homeless. Exactly. That's another thing. You can just imprison them. So we have our stock here, and we have our hitching post here, which is fine. We're going to leave this there in the beginning. And again, let's start building a road to... I like to have kind of... If we build the marketplace and the storage here, we can put our housing over here on this side. Well, it depends. Some of the housing. Anything that has production, we want to have near our storage. So we're also going to look at storage, multiple storage houses, which I have to play around with. I did a little bit of testing, but it's still kind of a bit of a mystery to me. So let's start by bringing this one here. And then, this one will be a track and a half. So what we can do is we can bring this one in from here. And then connect it to our road here. So now we have the berry guys here as well. Now, in the last stream, what I did is I built the food collection places near my storage because I thought that was being clever. But it isn't really, yeah? Because what we noticed is that when you build a food collection place, the worker, the family member, walks all the way to the berries and brings it back to the house. Which is great if you have it here. So you think, okay, yeah, great. He brings it right here and it's going straight into storage, yeah? But if you keep the track short between the house and the source of the food, each workshop has like a certain amount of space they can hoard things in, and then you can have your storage and your granary populated with people that use carts to pick everything up. The carts are going to be faster than somebody walking. Well, the cart is pulled by a person, so I guess it's the same speed. But what is faster is that the cart will go and pick up 10 items at the same time. So, which means you're getting things quicker into here, into the town, and you only need in the beginning 1 food per month. Because you only have 1 house or 2 houses, so you need for each Burgers plot, let's say Burgers plot because some of them have 2 houses, but each plot requires only 1 food per month of a type. So we get into that a bit later. But so there's no rush really getting it all in, but it's better if you have the carts carrying it, because it's just more efficient. Now, if it's that far away, you might want to restart a map. Who cares? Yeah, but we work it out. We'll see if that works out nicely or not. We also can connect this guy here to our little road, and for later. And then we have our iron resource here. We might not ever use the iron resource, but I just kind of like to have my roads going straight up to everything that I want to use. Okay, so the next thing, of course, you want to start with what you want to start with, which is your logging camp, which is your highest priority. So for the moment, I'm actually going to put my logging camp over here, because I can get rid of all this forest. Nobody's missing it. I don't want to deforest anything on that side. Actually, we can start on that side here nicely. So let's build the forest camp right here for now. And we also want to put a hitching post down. And we're going to put this one right beside it. So this one will be the second highest priority. Converting this will be the highest priority. And then this will be the third highest priority. And if you set the priority during a pause, when you place them, this priority seems to work. When you place things down while the villagers actively are moving, I found at times they don't care about the priority, because if you place something down and the game is running and you already have a worker on the way transporting resources over to that place, they sometimes just continue building on that instead of going to the higher priority, which you place after. So if you place the lower priority first and then the higher priority second, they might just ignore the priorities because they already started working on this before you place the other one. So it's still a bit iffy with that. So I would say always pause the game when you place things down and set your priorities before you unpause, which makes, you know, sense in a way. You're here with Sunday Dinner Fate. Nice. A prison work camp, nothing like cheap labor. Exactly, yes. So I think a lot of things you have to do in the beginning of the game. What I found is instead of just starting and letting it play, the planning actually is a lot of fun in this game. And we have already our resources get deducted, of course, you know, as we place things. So we have 4 timber left if we build all this now. And what I like to do next, and I played around with different things. Of course, we're going to place down... we have one more. We have 2 left. We need 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Okay, so let's put the storehouse down straight away, which uses 2 wood. And what does the granary use? The granary uses 2 as well. So we get the storage done. And that is so we can... actually, we don't need the storage right now. The granary would be more important, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's put both down. So we're going to put the storage down in the granary. Where do I want that? So I want my storage and my granary for the market first, which means we will have multiple of each. But right now we allow everything in storage, which is fine. And we will probably... If we started here, we can put the marketplace here and some of the buildings down here as well. So let's attach it to this road here for now. Well, actually, let's build this road down here. So let's do this. And then put the storage here. And then the granary here. Okay, so now we want to build a little marketplace here, or maybe we put it here on this side or this side. It doesn't really matter too much. They will walk from here to either side pretty much. And we want to build everything that produces things very close here to the market, especially the things that are produced that are for the market, that you want to sell on the market. Now, of course, with food, you don't have much of a choice. It's going to go all the way over there. But right now we have 0 timber left. Let's build all this up. And as they're building it, you can see this is medium priority, which is fine because they're building this here first. That's what they should be doing anyway. Then they're going to build the log cabin. We're going to put immediately a person in it. Or 2 people, actually, to get more timber straight away. There you go. And now, homelessness has no penalty. We want basically, within the first month, we want to try to get a house up so that we get a new person joining our cult, our clan, within the first month. So we want to try to get a house up in March as soon as possible. So we're waiting for 2 timber. So they're building that now. Let's go. Oh, and we also want to try out to man the oxen. So in the beginning, it doesn't matter too much because you have a lot of people free. But basically, as soon as we have the second hitching post built, we're going to assign a worker to that hitching post. and that will make sure that, say, the logging camp guy doesn't have to go and pick up all the logs themselves or bring the logs. We actually have a designated oxen driver to do all that, which I think works better. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the idea anyway, so we're going to try that out. And as soon as this is done building, we're going to pause and put a person in there. You could argue that you want to do the hitching post first, but we'll see. There we go. That should be finished now. There we go. Nice. Let's get the message out of the way. So a large town is what our winning condition is here. So now we're going to click on this and put straight away 2 people in. And if you want to be... I don't know where the default location is. I really hope they're going to add that actually. That when you select the building, that you can see the area they're currently working on. Because I think by default, it's basically a circle around the building. But I don't know how big it is. Is it this big? Is it this big? Is it this big? I have no idea. So we obviously want to get the trees closest. So it would make sense to kind of stay central and... chop those trees, but we have nothing much over here, so let's basically just set a small area here first. I think I set it, did I? Yeah, there we go. So I hope they're gonna update the visuals on this so that when you select this, you can see the area where it currently is. Now, while these guys should start getting us the 2 logs that we need to build the first burgers plot that we want to do, they should be focusing now on the hitching post. I just want to keep an eye out on the timber as well, because we want to plan the house ASAP. So now they're going to work on the hitching post, which is nearly done. There we go. And we immediately buy another oxen and assign a person to it. Now the oxen takes about, I think, a few seconds. So if you look at it, it says 0, 0, 0, 1. It just appears. It just pops up. So we also will get the 2 timber now in a minute. And now the guys should start work on this. Now we're gonna get food started in a second. I just need them to start building the house, which is gonna be my veggie garden first. I also found out some information about the eggs, which was very annoying originally. And that should help us a lot as well as the eggs. Okay, we're just waiting for timber to come in. We have 2 people there. Come on, guys, chop that wood. There we go. Okay, so now that we have 2 timber, what I want to do is I want to, right now here, build my first house. And this house here is not... Now, it will be a house, it will be a consumer of goods, of course, you know, but at the same time, it's actually providing vegetables. So we want it close to our storage, to where we have our market, where everything is going to be set up. So what I want to do is, and I think this area is big enough here behind us. So what I didn't know, and I only figured that out last night, well, I watched a video that explained it. When you build a house that is going to be a vegetable farm, the vegetable farm is basically like a farm. So you want to have a good size. You don't want to have it too big, but you want to have it a good size, yeah? So what I think the average sizes that's recommended is like the equivalent of a half Morgan farm. So if you want a half Morgan farm, it would be something like, what, say this size here. Would that be, that's 0.8. So if we build something this size, the houses usually take up room to about here. That would be probably 0.5. Yeah. So if you go to about here, yeah, nearly. So yeah, that's about 0.5 then. Make it a little bit taller. Okay, 0.6. That's good. Anything 0.5 or slightly higher is good. And this is what you want really your first vegetable garden to be, for it to be a good size that it will last for a bit, and that it will also be fully farmed by the end of the season, because again, the vegetable garden seems to go through the same sequences than the actual farms. So you can't just, it just doesn't give you food all year round, you know, it has to be going through the seasons. And we want people to move in April, so that's why I made this work camp, so that our approval rating stays positive. Now let's build the first house, which also means we want to get one of the builders out, so we have more room. And let's see what we can do here with the housing. So if we build it here. Oh, sorry, we have to go on the actual inside of the road, I guess. Like this size. And then if we... Will we bring it all the way up? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a bit too high. Construction cost 8. Yeah, that's a bit too high as well. So let's bring it to here. Did they change the pricing of the house of the houses? The wood, that's very expensive. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so let's make it a little bit higher. And what we have here now is 2 houses and a nice sized garden. Now, the reason you want to go double is you will basically have twice as many people working on it. But the bonus is a burgage plot, which probably will be fixed in a future update, only consumes 1 food. So even though there's 2 families living, you only do 1 consumption of resource, which is what you want, which is very handy, especially for the veg garden. You basically have twice as much work forces to do that. And I think this should be big enough. Let's have a look. It was approximately here. So if we measure that, let me see. Think about here. Yeah, it's about 1.6, 1.5. So that is not a bad size. That's actually a good size. And we want to make that now the highest priority. We probably already have that, but we want to get that started as soon as possible and finished before April, if possible. But yeah, they started already working on this, which is fine, so... But they might actually work on both. Okay, we already have resources coming in. And they're starting to work on that as well. So let's hope we're gonna get it done before April. I know you can get it done before April. It really all depends. And you can see we have food for 4 months, which should be just about enough anyway, unless it starts raining now. Because we have our granary not finished yet. 50%. There you go. Now, this should be enough for a family to move in. We actually have some more timber, so let's immediately double it up. And again, the sad part is that these guys are not moving into it. So I think it's weird that the guys that live in the worker camp just are happy there and not move into the house. So what I think should be happening is that one of those families is now moving into this house. Because there should be, you know, a downside. You shouldn't be able to get another worker in a new month moving into a new house because your current people are looking for houses, yeah? So, I don't know. Maybe that's intentionally, maybe not. But in the moment, if you have that converted first and then build the house, you can see we're not getting the negative penalty. Now, it says we have 5 homeless people, but we're not getting the negative approval. Because they actually theoretically are not homeless. So now you can see we have 2 families that are going to be able to live here, but they're only going to use 1 fuel, 1 food, 1 clothing. That's it. They're not going to use any more than that. So let's upgrade this. And also if we can... Oh yeah, I should have probably set the garden before upgrading it. because they're finishing the granary first now. We're still in March. We're still in March. Come on. Okay, good. We're still in March. Now we're gonna... oh yeah, we have to wait for that to finish. Is it not finished yet? There we go. We make this a vegetable garden. Now, there's nobody living there yet, so that's fine. But this is the designation. So as soon as we get a person move in there, that's it. I wish we could tell people to move into a house. I don't think that's actually a thing right now. You can't select them, but we're just gonna get a new person moving in there. So now we have the garden set up, we have the house set up, we have a 50% rating, and that should allow us to get another person in straight away in the first month, which is perfect. We're also going to assign another person here to get more timber in the meantime, so we have 2 workers. And I think we need to start looking at fuel, not just yet, but food. So we're going to start making the hunter's hut, which is going to be our first food. And it also will give us hide. So we're going to put it as close as possible here. Okay. And with the hunting camp, you're going to have 2 resources. You have the food and you have the hide. And if you don't have a storehouse, for some reason, the hunter doesn't deliver the hide automatically to the village. Yeah, but the food gets sold on the market. So if there's a market, there will be a stall where the hunter sells the food, but not the hide, because I think the hide is not really... Oh, it's leather, so it has to... Oh, it has to be converted to leather. So hide is not a resource that gets sold on the market. So what will happen is the hunter will create a stall. One of the family members creates a stall for the food, because the food is something that people want. So it is a market item. But the hide isn't. So it will stay in there and just keep filling up. I don't think... maybe a family member will bring it to the storage automatically. I'm not sure. But we need to have a person in here to pick it up. Otherwise, it just takes too long and it will fill up and potentially cause this hunter camp to stop working. And we leave it at 10:10 as well. Okay, so we're going to temporarily move a second person into here so that we get all the resources picked up from the ground here. And then we don't have to worry about this anymore. Now the hitching post, once we have done this and collected all the food, we're gonna move this. Well, it can actually stay there, to be honest, for now. It's close enough to everything. So let's see how they're doing. Now, the storage has a kind of a nice feature, which I didn't even realize. Yeah, you can tell it not to allow anything. So what we can do is we can say, do you know what? This storage is purely for the market. So I'm allowing nothing in here except items that are actually market items. So I want to allow right now leather. Yeah, because that will be the only thing I'm crafting right now. Yeah, once I have a tannery. So why do I want to fill up the storage with items that are not for the market? Because I might want to actually have the hide stay here in the hunting camp. And the reason I want that is because I'm going to build a tannery right beside it. And the tannery will pick up the hide from the camp, from the hunter, which is much faster. So why would I want to put the tannery right here? Yeah. So we put or we can put the tannery closer to the market and then have it pick up from the storage and deliver to the storage, of course. But in this case, everything's close together, so it doesn't really matter. But the whole idea is that you could have the tannery right here working in tandem with the hunting camp. And then later on, when you have a house with goats that create hide, you have the tanner move beside the houses that create hide with the goats. And then you have immediately stuff transferred. So you could just say, listen, I don't want to allow any hide anywhere in any of my storages. Yeah. So right now we're just gonna I'm actually gonna disallow hide. Yeah, just so we don't get it in here and it stays where it is. So I want to actually try that out. So let's disable all of it and only enable what we actually want to sell on the market, which right now is leather. I know they want linen as well. It's one of the tier 1. Linen, we can't craft anyway. And I think that's literally the only storage one in the moment. Oh, and fuel. Yeah, so we want fuel as well. So food, 2 types of food. That's the granary, that's different. For clothing, it's linen, leather, and yarn. So leather is the only one we have. And fuel. So we want to allow fuel as well. So which is... Oh, is fuel not something that we can store here? Oh, it is. Firewood and charcoal, I guess, even though we don't really have coal, but we want to allow this. Slow-mo, how are you? You really want this game? Looks fun, Steven. Yeah, it is a hell of a lot of fun. And this whole planning thing is just so addictive. It is crazy. Because you think, yes, I understand now. I'm going to do this and this and this. And all of a sudden, something stops working. Or something is not as fast as you thought. So you're going to start rethinking, trying out different things. So let's build this. Excellent. And we're gonna straight away assign someone. Now, we don't have anybody to build anything right now, but that's okay. We can take someone away from the granary and stuff like that, or from the storage house, which is fine. But you want them actually to also work on the markets. So let me just... I know it's better to move something, but right now I'm just... Actually, I'm gonna assign it to take the trees away from here, actually. Yeah. Okay, so the marketplace, let's build a small marketplace here right now. We only have 1 house anyway. And once we get into April, we should get a family to start coming in. So we have no demand right now anyway. Oh, water access. We might need that. I know we don't have anybody to build anything right now, but let's do the water access before I forget about it. Oh, that is so handy. That is handy. Having the water right here for now, that is sweet. So let's do the market area here. We only really need, you really need only 3 stalls in the beginning, yeah? And you can resize the market area, you know, whenever you want, so it's fine. All right, okay, so let's see if we can actually do it. This will be removed anyway, so let's just put it here for now. Let's do a small market area. There you go. This is in the way. It is so annoying. There we go. And now these guys should create markets. Now what will happen as well is the food that the hunter delivers, sometimes they end up creating a market with their family, but I want them to focus on hunting. So I don't know exactly how to fix it, but I think if you unassign the hunter for a second and wait until the granary guys create the stand for the food, then you reassign the hunter, you won't have the hunter family wasting time to have 1 member creating a stall on the market. You want... So in a perfect world, it should be only these guys, whoever create things in the marketplace. And, of course, the cobblers or whatever, you know, the artisan houses, like, whatever, you know, that's fine. So, who can we take out? Do we have all the resources picked up? No, we still need to pick up that. So, let's make sure they actually do pick that up. So, food is all picked up, I think. Yeah. So, we can take that person out for now. So, if the hunter creates a stall right now, that's fine. But we want to pick up the pace here. So we have the firewood, which is going to be straight away put on the market. So you can see this house here should start getting fuel. It might not get fuel unless a family moves in. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. But we want to pick all this up here first. So hopefully once this is gone, we can take the person out again here. Come on, pick it up. They're not picking it up. Why is he not picking it up? Oh, because I'm not allowing it. I'm an idiot. Yeah, sorry. I turned it off. So for now, we have to allow it, of course. Yeah. And the tools, isn't it? Yeah. I'm an idiot. I have to allow it in the beginning of the game. So there we go. They're picking it up now. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, excellent. It's all gone. So now we can take one person out. Now we have 2 stalls here. One for the food. And who has the stall? The stall is made by our hunter here. But we want the granary, obviously, to be the guy. So right now, how many timber do we have? Let's take this guy out and build the well. And then we're also going to start putting in for more firewood. Person. So hopefully we're gonna get a person now in April to join our clan. And then we need the tannery as well. So we should have enough food coming in now. And then we also gonna start collecting the berries, of course. Okay. The well, once it's finished. Okay, excellent. We're now gonna put the saw pit, the woodcutter lodge here. Let's put the woodcutter lodge right here. The woodcutter lodge takes nearby trees. Firewood. Okay. Let's put them here and then relocate this right beside it. Yeah. And we can leave the hitching post here for now. So this is what I mean. There's no market done by that person yet. But if we put this person in, and I think if we take the hunter out, this person will start creating the market at some point. I think. So I'm not really sure how this works, but we can force the hunter basically not to have... And we have a 51 approval now, which is good. Yeah, there we go. And now if we do this, yes, he shouldn't be having a stand. So which means the granary guys, they take care of everything. They deliver all the food into the granary. Or the hunting camp will deliver some of the food as well. But we will basically have one stand that is managed by the granary worker. And we have a storage stand which is managed by the warehouse worker. Now we should get a person in. It's April, so during April, there we go. A new family moved in, and now they will start straight away working on the farm here. Okay, we need the logging camp back. We still have 7 months of firewood. How are we doing on timber? We're doing okay. So we can actually put a person into here first. Because they're not going to touch our timber. Our timber is fine. So we can take this person out and put them into here. To make some more firewood. You want about 12 months of firewood, I would say. There we go. And until we build something else, yeah, sure. And again, by default, they should be just taking care of the trees around them. Okay, so Now, we're gonna have to start looking at berries for food as well, but we don't really have a lot of people. So what we want to do is we now want to let this run until we get another person in next month. But in the meantime, if we have the wood, what we want to do is these guys don't actually need any food and they're happy. So there's no rush actually building more houses, because as soon as you build a burgers plot, these you destroy this, people will move in and they demand food. So right now the maximum requirement we have is 1 food a month. Actually, sorry, that's not correctly true. That's not exactly true. It is 1 food a month per type. So these guys are gonna look for 2 types of food. We have them. We have bread and we have meat, and you need to have enough in there for your monthly usage, but they will only eat 1 of each. Or, you know, yeah, I don't think they eat both. They eat only 1 of each. So it gets... They need 2 types, so they have 1 of each. Yeah, and that's it. So they need 2 foods. Now the fuel is going down because we're not delivering it fast enough, is it? Yeah, sorry, he's carrying over more fuel. Okay, that's fine. And then it will be sorted out. Oh, so it does count, actually. Sorry, it does count as a single burgers plot. That is pretty cool. So that means we don't have 4 families needing 4 foods. And that's why it's 2. I was wondering where the second one came from. So this covers this and this house. Excellent. So let's wait until we have enough timber, and then we're gonna make another one of those houses for more. It costs 15. Yeah, we're gonna make another house for another vegetable garden. So we're gonna take this, make a road between them, possibly. Okay, so this should be hopefully big enough. So excellent. Yeah, that will be a really good size. And we have enough fuel for 8 months at the moment. And let's relocate this one right here. Okay. Now everything's running. Look, straight away we get good approval, so we get a person in every month, which is really, really helpful. I think that in the last stream, the problem I had, I didn't have enough people moving in fast enough, and we couldn't really expand fast enough. And having housing sorted straight away is just such a great bonus. It just is beautiful. You need to plan ahead and cluster important things together. Yeah, well, you do and you don't. You still can have fun just going crazy and building wherever you want. But what will happen is eventually something doesn't work the way you expected, and you're going to have to look into it, and you don't know why. So one of the things that is a bit of a nuisance is, like I said, if, say, you don't have a granary worker yet and you build a hunting camp, one of the family members will create a stall to sell food, which makes absolutely sense, yeah? And but then when you have a granary worker assigned to do it, they don't switch automatically because there's already someone selling food. So what you want to do is, because you want these guys to focus on hunting and doing whatever there, you want to basically remove the family again, remove the families here, add them again, and then they will create the stall. Then you can move the family back in there to do hunting, and they won't create a stall. So there is a lot of these little nuances where I hope they're gonna change this in future, that we have more granular control, where we say have a checkbox here, you know, don't sell to market, only deliver to store, or, you know, something like that. We should have more control over who sells what on the market. So, with food, we have the same in the advanced tab. So right now we're allowing everything, yeah? And I think most of these things have to be sold on the market anyway, so it's no big deal. However, later on when you do, say, farms, you create grain and flour. Nobody needs grain, nobody needs flour. People eat bread. So theoretically, you want to disable this because you don't want the workers that in the farms to start bringing the grain into your storage houses. You don't want that. You want basically the bread mill or whatever or the windmill to immediately take the grain from the farmhouse, put it into the windmill, and generate the flour. Then you don't want the flour to be delivered to your storage either, because there's no point. Why deliver it to the storage? It has no need there. Yeah, well, who needs the flour? The baker. So you have a baker building right beside the windmill, and that baker building will take the flour, and it will just basically make bread. And that is then what you let the granary workers pick up to bring to the market. So a lot of these things you don't need to really know about. I didn't know about them in the last stream, and now we're playing around with these to see, does it actually work better this way? Now these guys here work on the vegetable gardens. You can see them there working away. They're plowing everything. They will plow this, and having a second family move in will greatly help with that. And again, this is one plot, so this will be considered one source of user of food. So the food in a burger's plot is not per family but per plot, which is great. All amenities are. So the fuel per plot, which is great. So you basically want to have most of your buildings with 2 families on it rather than 1. So you save, so you can basically feed more, or feed more for less food, if that makes sense. So now these guys doing a lot of running around. So you want to have more workers here if needed as soon as possible. We have 1 builder. What are we building right now? The houses here. Okay. So let's speed that up. How much timber do we have? We have 7 timber. We actually have a good amount of timber. There we go. So I'm just thinking I might actually want to pause this and finish this later, because if we get a second family moving in, I don't want that family to move in here. I want that family to move in here to start working on that vegetable garden, because I'm not going to create this vegetable garden until later. So yeah, let's pause this building. At least this is ready to go. I hope they actually pause it on time. And instead build a tannery and put a worker in there. So the tannery I'm going to intentionally build... oh, the hitching post is finished. Good. The tannery I'm intentionally building beside the hunter. Oh, I can't. I have to put it on the other side. Right here. And that is because the hunting camp stores all the hide. It's not delivering the hide because we told the storage we don't want hide. We're not interested in hide. So there will be now basically slowly a backlog in the hunting camp where the generic storage will be full. Now I don't know if it will bring the whole hunting camp to a grinding halt. I have no idea, but it should work fine. But we're going to build the tannery now, and the tannery we built here so that we have the tannery immediately basically take that from the generic storage and put it into here to do the leather, and then the leather will be delivered to the market. And we already have a market stall here, so this hopefully this one stall will actually, I think they create a separate stall, so we only need 3 stalls right now. It will then create a 3rd stall for the leather, for the clothing, and that should be all you need in the beginning for your first couple of houses until you upgrade one to level 2. Well, you need the church then as well, but we're already at 56 approval because of the food variety we have, which is great. So hopefully now in the next month, as soon as we have a second family move in here, I'm gonna enable that, which will space for 2 families. Then we're gonna build 3 small houses here, well, 3 duplexes here, and then we're gonna destroy the camp, forcing them all to move into the duplexes there. And that will be then the camp gone. And then we have a lot of room here for expansion, for industrial buildings, for, you know, things that will add to the market. So look at this. We took our time, and we already have a much better start than we did in the last stream. We don't have shortage of food, really. Well, not yet anyway. And we didn't even start the berries. Though we should probably, as soon as we have another person move into our area, start March, April, May. So we should get another person moving into our little area now in a second. It should trigger guaranteed if it's over 50%. Okay, we still have 8 timber. How are we doing on firewood? 7 months. That's good. So there's a lot of micromanaging in the beginning, but then after that, it's not. So May is still happening. We haven't had the person. Oh, there we go. I just saw it tick. Yes, we got the second family moving in. Brilliant. So now we can continue this. Because you only can get 1 family a month. I think maybe 2 families a month later on if you over 75 approval. Possibly, but in the moment it's 1 family per month if you are over 50. And that means they're moving in here, which makes this now double as good, because we have 2 families at the price for 1, do 2 vegetable gardens. And then as soon as that gets harvested, probably early next year, we're going to have carrots here as well, which is brilliant. Rift, how are you? Hello from Indonesia. Well, greetings right back at you. Thank you. I've also seen others in later game have more than 1 market area. Yeah, so the multiple market area, I'm still in 2 minds, because theoretically, a market can easily supply the whole map, the whole region. There is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it will just. The only time that will impact you is if you don't have enough resources for all your houses, because they will deliver to the closest houses first. So the ones furthest away will get the resources last. So if you always have enough resources to match the housing requirements and you prepare for that, theoretically, you should never end up in a scenario where houses don't have anything, no matter how far away they are. Because houses don't get resources by delivery, by hand. Everything else gets delivered by hand, by cart, whatever. They just magically appear. So there is no travel time. So theoretically, you could have a house right here. If I have no housing here and I build my first house here, it will immediately get the resources from the market. The distance does not matter at all. So yeah, you can get really into the nitty-gritty. So the start of this game is so addictive to redo over and over. It's so much fun. So now this generic storage is full. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a tannery in here now, and then these guys, you will see they will start transporting, going to the hunting camp. So we should see the hunting camp now, losing the generic storage here, because yeah, look, they're going over. They're just crossing the street. That's all they have to do. And they go over to the hunting camp. They pick up the generic storage. They pick up the hide. One hide per person, I guess. Whoever's transporting. There we go. That's 2. And we should have another one. There's 3 people over there. And I think children work as well. So there you go. 3. They picked up 3. Now they're bringing the 3 over here. And they start putting them in. And they start turning them into leather. This will take a little tick. You know, I don't know how long it will take for them to make a leather. And then, as soon as they have the leather made, our guys from the storage will send over a carriage, and they should be picking it up. So if we look at where the people are in the moment, they're waiting, pedaling. So now, as soon as we have leather here, I think we should see one of them. Yeah, there you go, transporting. So they should be coming over here now and picking up the leather. So we should not see the tannery creating a market stall, because we already have a market stall here. So you can see this little guy now walking across, probably with a cart, yeah, and picking up all the leather. So not just one, but up to 10 leather. There you go. Look at this for efficiency. That is great. And now, as soon as the guy is here, we're gonna see the clothing either appear in the same stall, or actually third stall. Here's the third stall, clothing stall. That should now get the leather from the storehouse. There you go. Oh, Endress. Who's Endress? Oh, okay. These are the people actually transporting. Okay, that's fine. And now we have the leather. Oh, why do you have hide? Oh, that's the tannery. Sorry. The clothing stall should now have the leather. There you go. And now this house here should have all its resources met with clothing now in a second. Probably just takes a tick, whatever the tick refresh rate is. It still says 0%. Why? They only need one leather, 3. Yeah, there you go. Now it ticked. So it just takes whatever the tick rate is of this to refresh. And again, this whole plot here only takes one clothing item. One leather a month. Yeah, and that's it. And this takes one leather a month. So right now, I would be crazy to give them 5 individual houses. Because in the moment, 5 people that live here only cost me 1 resource of food and 1 resource of leather. So why would I give them individual houses right now until I'm ready to have them move into somewhere where they create something like eggs or whatever, you know? If I actually want them to be productive. So in the moment I can use them as individual cheap labor, but I don't need to give them housing. We're also going to expand this straight away, which means we have another 2 people that can move in there. And now we're gonna build the big here. So, but we need timber. Do we have? Yeah, we're not. Do we have enough firewood? 7 months still. Okay. So food-wise, we might actually want to start thinking about getting the berries, because they will just rot otherwise. So let me see. We need another person though. I suppose we can send the hunters down to collect some berries. So what I think we should do, let me see where the road is. The road is here. So what we could do is we could connect this road to here. Let's delete this one and this one. And connect this road also to here. And then maybe we can build another plot here in a funny shape or something. So actually, let's delete that as well. Do we need a road here? Yeah, we'll leave this here for the moment. So we have a connection here in case they want to come down here. This is connected. Yeah, it is. And we build this about here. So they don't have to be right beside it, but it would be good if they're close enough. So let's put them about here. No, let's put them here, because we have to be careful with this as well. So yeah, I put them here. Now once we have a family move in there, they will collect again all the berries into here, and then we have a cart come and pick them up. So what we might need to do temporarily until we have a good stock here, put an extra person in here so we can get, you know, the carts moving, because these guys are already very busy, you know, getting the leather, but these guys... Oh, why does he have a market? That's not good. That is because each is individual. Okay, so right now he has a market there, which is fine. That's okay. So we have one person doing the peddling. But what we really want is have a second person here for the clothes. So we have firewood, clothing, and then here one person for food. That is actually really good. And then you want one person spare to do a lot more of the picking up things with the cart, which you want here as well. So we're gonna need to upgrade this sooner rather than later. So in the moment, I'm okay with him having a shop, but what we're gonna do later is we're gonna take him out, put another person here. They will take over the stall with the clothing, and then we don't have to worry about him doing anything except, you know, creating the leather, and that's it. But because he does nothing else, he doesn't collect any food or anything, it's fine if he's having the market at the moment.
Belts and, well, anything really.
Is there a cap to how many years you can play? I don't know. I have no idea. Franco Fady is eating supper and she has a knife. Don't get too close. Yes. Okay, so let's plan out our houses down here. So if I want, I would say 3 should be enough. Actually, let's make them face the storage, if we can. We want 3 double houses, so they're not double. So we need to go a little bit further out. And we want them as tight as possible. There you go. That is perfect. So now what we have here is we have another space for 6 more families. And the moment these are built, we destroy this. And yeah, then we need more food because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. End of story. That's what we will need. Yeah, we need 5 food per month and 5 fuel per month. So we're gonna need to start looking at, you know, having people being assigned. But we should get enough people. One thing also that I hope they fix, which is really annoying, is when a house is empty and nobody lives there, they still are required. You still need food to be delivered to that house. And if you don't have enough food, so say the closest houses are empty and my people are living in the further away houses, if I have only enough food for 2 houses, for 2 plots, it will deliver them to the empty plots first because they're closest. It doesn't care. It doesn't give a shit if there's a family in it or not. It will deliver the food to these plots, and then the ones that actually have people living in there, it goes, well, sorry, too bad. We don't have enough food to go around. So I really hope they're going to fix this, that plots which have nobody living in it are not taken into the account of required resources per month, because it makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. Who's eating the food? The rats? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna map this one out, but we're gonna pause the this build here and this build. Sorry, hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, we're gonna pause one build and then we're gonna destroy this because we don't want to have to pay for all that food already. And we still can have one family move in. So this is perfect timing. Next month, we get an extra family. They are going to be joining. They're going to be going in here. Then we have another 4 houses here, which means in total we have 5 free families available. And then we delete this. And that will mean we have everything 100% covered with living space. So is this house done yet? Let me see. Okay, that's actually, let's make that the highest priority. And let's make this the lowest. Let's actually pause it for now. So that they go up and build the berry first. And then we're gonna get a family move in here. And again, this will also be a vegetable garden, but I don't want to waste my last 15 gold because I want to create a trade route to sell our tools, and that way we can make a little bit of money already. Actually, that would be a good time for test. If we put the trade center here, I want to see if we need to have a person. There's two things I want to test. Does it need to be on the King's Road? Can it be in our village? And because if it's closer to here, then theoretically whatever we're exporting can be delivered very quickly into the trading post. And does it need to be on the King's Road? So this is the King's Road. Oh, this is actually the King's Road as well. So I'm going to... This is the King's Road still. So I'm going to intentionally build my trading post on this side. Just to see. Yeah? And this is not a King's Road. So we should have traders come in and buy our stuff. I think the only difference is having it on the King's Road. You have random people wandering around and past, and they might have a chance to do some trade with you. But I want to see if it also works from here, you know? So let's build the trade post. Where is it again? It's money, isn't it? Yeah. Construction is 4. We have 5. Good. Is that the right? Is that a good place? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it just for the sake of testing it. Yeah, let's do it. And we make that the second highest priority. Excellent. Oh, this is at 0% still. Holy crap. Why is nobody building? Why is nobody working on that? They're probably on the way. But somebody is actually working on it. So. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, there we go. The oxen cart is coming. We only have one worker free, so what we might do is take the guy out from the lumberyard for now. Or actually, the hunter. Yeah, because we don't need, in the moment, any hide or any food or anything. So let's take the hunter out, and that should be another person we can use then to build, and then we assign them here to the berries. And we're already at 61% approval, so it's amazing how quickly your approval goes, even though we haven't really done much. You see, we haven't built much. Our town is still very small. We haven't done much at all. So the forager hut is nearly finished. There we go. So now we're gonna put a guy right in there. They will collect, the family will collect the berries. And then we are now moving into June, which then means we get another family, and then we can put the hunter back in if we need to. We should actually take the guy out. We have enough timber for now, and let's take and make more firewood. The church is a moral thing. It's a morale booster. It says amenities here, so it's a morale booster as far as I know. So if you look at what the church does, it fulfills a level of faith, which is basically it fulfills the requirement of an amenity nearby. But it also provides hollow ground for burials for dead villagers, which is later on something you can do. So when you assign a person to work here, apparently they become a gravedigger. So you don't need to have anybody assigned to the church in the beginning. And then you have a stone church. I don't know if there's any difference in the explanation, to be honest. Small stone church. Oh, it grants influence when completed. Okay, it provides hollow ground for burials, the dead villagers, and it has the second level of amenities, of faith that it requires. Excuse me, it's later on when you upgrade your burgage plots to level 2. Okay, so, family, where are thou? They're collecting now. So they should be collecting this pretty quickly now. Putting it all in here. And we should have somebody in the granary go pick it up. So as soon as we have more people here, we're going to start putting more people into granaries and storage. And it also... Where's our worker here? There's our worker. 1 oxen. 1 oxen. Okay, good. Very good. Make more firewood. Very nice. Now these tools we can sell, so we're gonna wait until this is finished. Oh, you see, there's like somebody that's like a random trader, I think. Yeah. So if you don't have your trading post on the King's Road, I think you miss out on these guys, on these random guys. But the traders should theoretically come to your town and go to your trade house. I don't see why not. You can't storage people in the granary. The smell would... yeah, that's right. That would be terrible. So we have the construction paused here intentionally. And we're still in May. May is a very long month. Ah, excellent. Here we go.
If Thea's need a bit of a drink, so could I.
But look at this, we're already at 63. Okay, now we lost some approval. And the reason we lost approval is probably because of fuel. If we look at the market right now, fuel is down to 33%. And that is because the fuel was just bought up and the person has to walk across the street and pick up the fuel, you know, to refill the fuel stock here. Because we need 1, 2, 3 firewood. And for some reason, it doesn't count here. I don't know. It has to take over again before it shows the... Yeah, somebody has to go across. Excellent. So here we go. We have a new family that joined us. And they're in here now. Excellent. And now, before the next month, in June, we want to finish these 2 houses. So that we can kill off the worker camp. But again, the downside is the worker camp right now means you have 5 families in there that only use 1 food resource. And they're happy about it. So theoretically, you never need to change that. I don't think you need to. But we want them to move into houses, obviously. So what we're going to do is... I don't know if we have to assign a person. Let's actually see if we can get it to do that without a person. From what I understand is you need a person assigned for them to bring the resources from our storehouse into the trader to be sold. Apparently picking it up from imports, it happens automatically by the storage guys because they're responsible for storing things. Enables trading with the visiting trade merchants, trade points and trading posts in other regions. Regional wealth is the currency used for trade. When employed, 1 family member travels to the nearest possible destination to conduct trade, while other family members help manage the inventory. If needed, assigned families will automatically set up stalls on the market to sell imported goods. So yeah, so this is similar to the other places like the hunting camp or whatever, that if you don't have somebody in the storage house that can create the marketplace, the person here will create a marketplace, which kind of makes sense, you know? So, but that's maybe another reason why you want the trading post near the market, because you might be importing things you don't want to have in your storehouse that you might want to sell there, like clothing, like boots. If I don't want to craft my own boots, for example, yeah, I import them and then just have them brought over and I sell them directly. So, but let's see, if we go to trade, we go into minor trade. What do we have here? This is 6 and 7. I want to sell the tools. Oh, that actually costs a lot more to export. Okay, so we might actually have to do planks first, because that is the cheapest trade route to make a little bit of money. So let's set up our friend here, the saw pit, and the saw pit makes no sense to be anywhere other than here, because these guys are chopping wood, these guys are chopping wood, and these guys here should have always some timber in storage before it gets brought. I don't even think it gets brought over anywhere. It will always sit here, and we can have up to 28. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put temporarily. Yeah, we put one guy in here and tell it to leave always 5 timbers as a backlog, and then we start making planks. And that allows us also to upgrade our storage house, which is slowly getting full with leather and firewood. We don't need to upgrade the granary just yet. We have 1 berry here for now. How many berries do we have in here? 2. So yeah, the berries are a bit slower to collect. But where are the people for that? Why are they transporting it manually? Because we don't have enough workers in the granary. Okay. That makes sense. So, because they're already transporting for all the other places. Okay. And actually one of them is transporting and picking up the berries as well. Okay, that's fine. Whatever works, works. I'm not complaining. As long as we get the food. Not sure why we don't have the fuel. Okay. I wonder, do we need a trade route? Screw it, let's try it out. I'm just gonna go here and without, because I think the trade route is only a dedicated trade route. So let's see if we can manage to sell anything if we just say, hey, this is for sale. Oh, a route is required since it's a major trade. Okay, so a minor trade necessarily doesn't need. Ah, okay, look at that. These ones don't need a dedicated trade route. That is interesting. And we could even sell leather, because we don't need actually a lot of leather right now. We only need... How many houses do we have? Sorry, living space is 9. That's not actually how many plots we have. We have 1, 2 plots, so 3. This counts as a plot. So we only need 4, 5, 6. We only actually need 6 leather. So we could... Our leather is also a major. Yeah, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. Firewood. How much firewood do we need for having 12 months of firewood backed up? We need 1, 2... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5... We'll use... Oh yeah, I've written it all down. So firewood per year is 15 firewood per year per plot, because they use 9 months of the year 1 firewood, and then for 3 months of the year 2, which is 6 firewood. So that is in total 15 firewood. So we would need for 1 year 15 firewood per plot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we need 75 firewood here. So we could say, let's trade firewood, export it, but we want to have in storage 75. So we're not selling it right now, obviously. And then every time you add a house, you're going to have to add another 15. So every time you add another plot, you have to add another 15 reserve, I guess, if you want to have enough fuel for 1 year.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
Gaming simulations, how are you? There is a tutorial, but the tutorial only pops up when you do certain things and tells you, oh, this is how you build a road. So I think the tutorial mostly shows you a high level of this information, not all of it. So you're better off looking through here, you know, to get your information, and the rest is you have to play around with. So there's actually no tutorial on how deliveries and markets exactly work. You know, like who creates the markets. This is something you eventually see happening when you follow people around. So what you do is you go to people and see, why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? He has nothing to do. He's waiting. Why is that? Yeah. So you know, because right now we're not creating height, so none of these people are working. But we can actually tell them not to have a stall. But then I don't know who's running the stall here. I don't know if we do this and then assign a person here again, will they also do the close? I have no idea. Because theoretically there's multiple families, so he could be peddling clothes, he could be peddling firewood. So what are you gathering? Oh, you're getting wood. Okay, you're getting the firewood and bringing it home. Yeah, okay. So it could be that our clothes stall will just not have any clothes now. Sorry, our clothes stall will just not get any more leather. So once this leather is gone, nobody's replenishing it because we don't need it. So right now, let me put in the guy here for timber and the guy here for that, and leave, I would say, leave 10 timber so that we can always build something. And we're gonna put a second person. Let's see. Yeah, he has a market to sell firewood, which obviously is not what you want, because you want this guy to sell the firewood. So we're gonna do this, which now means they should be doing everything. Let me see. Peddling. What are you peddling? Oh, you're not there yet. Okay. Transporting, peddling. So if we get 2 people peddling, that would be amazing, actually. And you're just creating planks. But we're not allowing planks into here. So if you look at this, we're not allowing planks into here because we don't need them for the trade shop. We also don't want to allow stone anymore or tools because we already have them in here. What are you getting? You're getting the firewood. Okay, makes sense. So we should have the 3 firewood disappear. Okay, he's loading it up into the trolley now. And it's gone. Okay. And he will start leaving now as well. Good. Okay, logging camp is getting up there. So let's put a second person in there so we get a lot of quick logs. And here we go. 5 planks already. Good. I'm not building these yet. I actually want... Yeah, I need a new family to move in here. But these guys don't have enough fuel. Why is that? Yeah, so I think we need the extra worker in here. Otherwise, we're not selling everything, I believe. We have the food. Yeah, we have 3 food. So how come the food variety is not showing up? We have 3 berries, 3 meat, 3 bread. They should be everywhere. That is crazy. It's probably because there are not enough people to work. So we should probably assign a second one. I wonder if that would fix it. So we're not producing any leather at the moment. But these guys are producing food. Yeah, okay. So let me see. We have the saw pit. We have the lumber. Okay, and we're gonna create firewood. So we have all these 3 now going, which is fine. And then we have one more person. That's June. Okay, so to get the food down from there, maybe it's better if... let's see what happens if we assign another person here. There we go. And that should sort out, I think, the issue with the firewood. Let me see. And the clothing. Yeah, that's fine. That is very strange. We have 3 leather for everybody. We have 3 different food types for everybody, and we have firewood for everybody.
These things do happen from time to time. Bread, freshly baked, is still warm from the oven.
Yeah, there should be absolutely no reason for them not to have anything. So we have 1, 2, 3 people assigned here. 1 person assigned here. 2 here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, the oxen cart. So let's unassign the oxen cart person and assign a second person to a granary and see what happens. Yeah, we don't really have any construction work going at the moment. I don't think so. So we don't need a family, really. Yeah, it's very strange that they're not using that market. Yeah, that is so odd. Can we destroy the market stalls? Maybe they have to... Maybe they have to rebuild them. Still not giving the firewood to the people. That's very strange. Okay, 17. Is this going up now? Because we have all the food in here. Very strange. We have 3 of everything and they're just not getting it. They're just not giving it to them. That is so strange. Wow. Because we do everything, we have everything perfectly set up. So this has to be a bug. Because they got all the amenities earlier, no problem. 25 planks. So now that we have some planks, let me see if I need a trade person here or if I can start making money from planks. So I'm gonna say, hey, I want to export planks, and I want to keep, say, 20. Yeah. So we should sell 5. They're worth export prices 2. So let's see if we're gonna be able to sell them. But without a person there, without a trade route, will a person come to our village and buy them? That's what I want to see. Yeah, this seems to be just a visual thing because we have the approval rate. That is crazy. Yeah, that seems it's. I think. Let me see if reloading fixes it. So let me save first. Save. Oh, no, we actually had a separate map, so it's not that. So this one is rich. Oh, what did we have rich? Oh, rich iron and farm, I guess. Yeah. Now let's get out and see, because that looks like a visual bug. Sorry, I closed the game completely for some reason. Because our approval rating was showing that everything is perfectly fine, which it should be. So because we built everything perfectly so far, and we managed everything perfectly. So there should be no reason for any house not to have the resources they need, except the church. And getting goods to houses doesn't require a road, a connection, people. It's magic, basically. It doesn't require anybody. Yeah, it's still...
Step right up and sample.
Yeah, the meat is only 2 here in the moment because we're actually running out of meat, but we still have 2 food sources, which is the berries and the bread. So that is so strange. Oh, I know they're fixing it, Green. So I'm not complaining about the bugs. I'm just saying it's for right now. I'm trying to figure out, is it a bug, or am I doing something that's causing this not to get the foods in? So I think currently this is a bug, because even though because it worked a second ago, it showed 100%, and we have in each stall the required amount of resources. Now we only need 2 food varieties, so it's fine. And then next year we're gonna have veggies anyway, so we're fine. So we're gonna have veggies, meat, and berries. And between the 3 of them, it means each house should have at least 2 food resources. But the problem is, we don't see them here. We don't see the food store supplies. Even though everybody's happy and we have everything covered. So this is a very strange bug. Yeah, so maybe rebuilding the marketplace completely. They're gonna pick up all the goods now, so let them clean it up. And I'm just gonna rebuild the marketplace completely. Because now our approval rating should start going down. We need them to clean it up first. Okay, so now... And 3 stands should be absolutely enough. Let's put that here. Now we have another family moving in here. So, people, 2, yeah, that's fine. So 33% with 1 piece of wood makes sense. 2 should be going to 66. And 3 should be going to 100. It's not fit. It's not working. It's not working.
He said. Impossible.
That is crazy. It's this is bugged out. Yeah.
These things do happen from time to time.
So the only way to fix this right now is to rebuild, as far as I know, as in the building. But I don't want to lose the farm. Like we actively are actually farming here, so that's crazy. So we're basically unable to upgrade this plot, even though it is getting the resources. But it's just not registering the resources. I wish there was a way of kicking people out and letting them come back in. That would be really nice. You see, everything is refueled, but yet it says it doesn't have any fuel. It's... yeah, that is definitely a bug. So from what I understand, the only way to fix it is to destroy that and rebuild it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass if you have something actively being worked on. So camp to storehouse to market. So I'm thinking everything has to come from the storehouse. Well, it does come from 2 places. So if you have a hunter here, and you don't have enough people here to and you don't have at least 1 worker in the granary. Oh, actually 1 worker is not even busy, so that's great. We can take him out. Yeah.
Poor quality, he said.
So if you have something that produces food, but you don't have anybody in the granary, then what will happen is this guy will create a stall here for meat, and I think he will also then start selling berries. So whoever creates the stall first will sell all the food items in it. Yeah. So what you as soon as you hire then a person in the granary, they're not taking over, which is, I think that's another logistical bug, because granary employees should always take precedence in creating the stalls. So if you don't have them, these guys should create the stalls. If you have them, these guys should all of a sudden be overwritten and be told, no, you don't need to sell anymore. We have somebody selling it for you. Yeah. So, but the only way of doing it right now is if you hire a granary employee later is to unemploy all these, kick all the families out of the berries and out of the hunting grounds, hire a guy into the granary, so make them all 3 empty. Hire a guy in the granary, wait until the stall icon pops up, and then you can repopulate the hunting camp and the forage you had, and you see they're not creating a stall now. But they all have the backup ability to create a stall. Yeah, this is messed up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start building these houses and undo that. And then I'm gonna destroy this, and hopefully this will fix some of the issues. And then we can rebuild this as well if we need to. But we have enough timber. We have 50 planks. We don't need any more planks right now. So we can leave that. And we have 1 person to build, which is great. Okay. And we have enough firewood for 28 months. So we don't even need a firewood guy right now. So let me see. Trade. So far, we haven't had any visitors. Again, we might need to employ somebody to actually sell. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to see if we get a trader coming to... Oh, there's a trader came to our town. He is right there. Did he do anything? Did we get any money? We didn't. So he didn't actually... So I wonder if this is only for import. So we have a trader come and buy, but he's not buying anything. So I wonder if for selling you need a person working there, because they go out and sell it. That could be the way it works. Okay, so let me do the firewood as well. Or you need to have the trade
Right up and
routes.
simple.
Not sure.
Don't be
So
shy,
where
good
is
sirs and
firewood?
ladies.
Firewood. Construction. Crops. Food. Crafting materials. Firewood. Oh, we already have it set. Yeah, 75. So we are actually having it sent. Have it. So let's put one person on it and see if they start selling. Even though we don't have established trade routes.
Come one, come all.
Because
Feast
all
your
this really
eyes on our
does
fine
is,
selection.
after paying to establish a trade route, a dedicated traveling merchant will require regularly visit your region for this specific type of good.
You're half warm.
So in this case, okay, it could be that the person coming by just doesn't happen to want the type of stuff we sell. But what happens then if we... Oh, we have nothing in here, so we need a person probably to deliver the stuff in here. Let me see. Yes, so they're actually transporting the goods we want to sell to the trade house. Okay, so there you go, figured it out. Great. So we needed a person there because when we're exporting, they need to deliver the goods here. So now you can see we have 10 planks here. So they will deliver all the planks and all the firewood that is above this ratio and put it into the trade house. And then when we have somebody come to our trade house... Oh, there we go. All these buildings are finished now? Great. So let's delete this. Demolish it. And now these families should be moving straight away into... Oh, no. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, I forgot. That was really bad. I forgot. Because we're 2 people short right now.
Bring this here, move that there.
I forgot to upgrade it. There we go. So the forager hut is... There's no more work area. I think for the year... They might be out now in August. Let me see. August. Crops grow, possible droughts, harvesting, plowing, and sowing crops. Okay, so there might be more coming in after, but for now, yeah, everything has been brought into the granary. So we have 74 berries. So that means we have enough berries for 74 houses a month or for 74 months per house. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have enough for a year. We have enough food of one type for a year. Okay. And how much meat do we have? Ooh, we actually have no meat at all. Do we have any meat in here? No. And that's probably because... Yeah, the wild animals are already going down. So we need those carrots to start coming in. Which hopefully will be in autumn when harvesting is set up. So you can see they're actually all growing. They're all ready to go. And then when August comes, they will all be harvested. And hopefully we get enough carrots to last us a year. And that means one of these buildings will be enough to currently sustain us. Ah, there we go. It fixed itself. Nice. Ah, sweet. Oh, that is awesome. We still are a little bit short on fuel for some reason. I'm not sure why. Because we do have enough fuel. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And oh, we only have 4 in there. Okay, fair enough. So somebody has to go and get... let's actually upgrade this as well, because we're gonna need more storage. Yeah, see, we have firewood here, but somebody has to bring it over to the stall. Otherwise, it can't be shared. So let's upgrade this guy. Now, this is a problem here, right here. I wish they wouldn't disable the whole thing to upgrade it. Because if you think about it, now while we're upgrading it, what should happen is this guy should end up creating a stall. The firewood guy, if we have one, will start creating a stall. Yeah. So, because our storage guy is gone, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's now creating, taking over the stall. Unless it's only visually disabled.
Come on, come along.
Okay. Let me see. Come on, upgrade. 2 oxens here. Come on, upgrade. Yeah, he hasn't created a market yet. Why are you not upgrading?
The finest hides in all the land. Don't be shy.
Oh, we got
Say
money
the
now.
ladies.
We got money.
Perhaps
So
this
somebody
is what we'll have
actually
to cook.
bought, he came and bought some stuff. That is awesome. He actually bought quite a lot. So we have this in here now, and we do not need a trade route. So in this case, then, you're absolutely
You'll
perfectly
find
okay
wares anywhere else.
to have the second vegetable garden kick off straight away. You don't need to buy the trade route.
Meat so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. Come and see for yourself.
Not sure why you're not getting fuel. We'll see now.
Step right up and sample.
Once this is upgraded, we should hopefully get that sorted out. And look at this approval. That's brilliant. Now, we play on the easy difficulty for sure.
Come one,
People don't
come
complain
all.
as much, but they have nothing to
Strides
complain
on our
about,
fine
you know?
selection.
So, in the moment, we still have bread, which is great. We have 5 houses, 10 bread. That is enough bread for 2 more months. After that, we're gonna need carrots to come in. So, it's September now. So, hopefully the carrots will start coming in now. Yeah, you see the way they're all running around with oxes? That is because we're not having a designated oxen farm guy. So we want this so that these families can focus on doing their job and don't need to run around. Oh, they are woodcutters. Okay, yeah. But they have to come home and harvest. When are they gonna harvest? One of the families should be harvesting and not just all doing woodcutter work. Yeah, we're not getting the carrots in. Holy shit, nobody's harvesting. So I'm gonna have to take this guy and tell him to stop working, I guess. Because the family that's assigned here is also assigned to here. So now they're both unassigned. So hopefully they will start working the field. Come on, work the field. Yes, finally. Fetching water. Oh, I thought they were working the field. There we go. Now they're working the field. Nice. Okay. Stop switching. Harvesting, harvesting, harvesting. Perfect. So this is crazy. So this is something we noticed last time, yeah? That when a family is assigned a vegetable garden, but the same family is also assigned in another area, the whole family starts working in the other area. Nobody is looking after the field. That is crazy. So, okay. Wow. We should have 2 families here. No, I don't think we need them right now. Okay, so right now, how much leather do we have? We have 14 leather. That's enough for 3 months. So, oh, you still have work to do. Okay, good. And how are the berries doing? They're completely gone until next season. So, yeah, we need those carrots. Yeah, we have enough planks. We have enough firewood for a year. All we need is camp. Here we go. And we keep selling. That is great. We actually keep selling. This is brilliant. Now, what I would like to see in a future update is like kind of a historical chart of what you sold, how much you sold each time somebody bought something, and you know, any other information, because that helps a lot. And I love that we can have the trading post here, because it means that to stock the trading post, you know, we whatever we want to sell here, we get supplied automatically, which is great. And the guy here from the trading post is the one that's transporting it for selling.
Perfect for boots.
I don't know why he's up there. They're not selling any berries, but okay, whatever. Okay, 3 carrots. When are the carrots coming here? That's what I want to know. We're not building anything, so where's the second family? Why are they not harvesting? Where is the second family? Why are they waiting? What, dude? Excuse me. Would you like mind going home and do your job and work on the vegetable garden? That would be like, you know, that would be great if you could do that. So, okay, you know, this is Jack. Jack doesn't give a shit. He's like getting up in the morning. His parents, like, they're very old, and they go, "We're working the field, Jack. You know, can you come and help us work the field?" "No, I want to go out and play with the oxen's testicles." Like, Jesus. Jack, get your shit together and start working.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Like, Jack, stop molesting the ox. And, like, Lawrence. Lawrence, I'm sorry. You're not Lawrence. Where are you? Hang on a second. Where are you, Lawrence? Slacker. That's your name. Slacker. Okay? Yeah, slacker. What, you gonna go home, go for sleep? You need a little rest because you just played too much with oxen balls? Genie Mac. Dude. Okay, so now that we have some money, what we want to do is the chicken, okay? Now, the way this works is interesting. Yeah, this is something that I didn't know. Somebody else tested it, so I just have to hopefully rely on that that's still the case. When we built the chicken farms in the last stream, yeah, they produced 1 egg, and I was thinking, that's pointless. Why the hell would I bother putting a chicken farm in a house if it produces 1 egg a month? That is not enough to feed my family, so I would need to create... I literally would not have the ability to ever feed all of my people with eggs. Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah, and apparently that was nerfed. They originally had produced a lot more eggs. Yeah. But the way this apparently works, which I hope is true, is if you have 2 people in a burger's plot and make them a chicken, there will be 2 eggs, which means to feed, and then I think it's 2 eggs a month. They produce 2 eggs a month, which means with 3 houses, we get 6 eggs a month, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is enough to cover our 5 houses. So if we want 2 food sources, reliable food sources, we want vegetables and this, and then these guys here are bonus. They're bonus because they're seasonal. There's a dependency on how many wild animals you have. You know, you don't have a reliable source here. Now, what I do want to make as well is another house here in the back, and that will be for goats to create hide. Then we have a reliable, steady hide source for our tanner to continuously produce leather. And then every time we have more than 12 leather per, so we need what, 1 leather a month for 5 houses. That's 5 leather a month. So that means it's 60 leather a year. So we're gonna start selling any leather surplus that is more than 1 year of surplus. And again, don't expand your town too much, too quickly. Just make sure you have all this sorted out before you expand. So that way you can pre-plan and say, okay, I want to add a new house. I'm gonna need to make sure I have enough food sources to cover it. I have to make sure I have enough leather to cover it, and so on and so on. So if we make these 3 guys chicken farms from the next bit of money we make, we're gonna have eggs as a food source, currently berries, which will last a year, and over a year actually. And by the time then we hopefully have these guys. 6 carrots, dude, you are so slow. We have 2 families and nobody is harvesting. What is the second family doing? Are they also playing with oxen balls? Because I would like to know, like, what you guys are actually doing. That's like crazy. You're harvesting, you're harvesting. Huh? Oh, they all work on the same fields. Okay, I thought these guys work on these fields. These guys was on the... Okay, that's great. We actually have them all harvesting. That's perfect. Now they're waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. I also wish this dialogue screen here would stop flicking around and change tabs on me automatically. Like, oh my god, stop it. There's a thing where it ticks, yeah? So the game is working on ticks, obviously, yeah? But each time it ticks, it resets the screen on the Burgers plots. So, what are you guys waiting for? Oh, okay. Oh, he's got... Oh, yeah, hey. Yeah, playing with the fucking oxen balls again. Oh, sheep, nice, yeah. For clothing, you don't need sheep. It's goats. The goats are give you hide, if that's what you meant. And then you have enough hide to make clothing as well. So you basically can set up a tannery, but then what you do is you convert one of the houses. And when you convert one of the houses, just be very careful. If you make this house, so currently all these houses, even if they're working on these little farms here, yeah, they are still available to do jobs that you assign them to, yeah. So actually let's... Don't have enough wildlife for a second hunter, and we don't have any berries. So why don't we... And we have 1 more hide here. Okay. So why don't we assign them in here and in here for firewood or planks? Firewood and planks. No, we have enough planks. Firewood. Okay. Yeah, we have 30 planks, which is currently enough. Okay. Yeah, nobody's buying the tools at the moment, but we just... Oh, yeah, I don't have a trade route. Sorry, we need a trade route for them. But I'm not really interested in a trade route, so... We're just gonna continue making firewood, and that's it. Family requests more market stalls for their stall tannery. You don't need a stall. You see, the tannery doesn't need a stall because we already have leather here. So I'm not giving you... So this is the risk as well now. So you have to be careful. And that's why I don't want to make the marketplace too big. If you make the marketplace too big, you all of a sudden have all these shops starting, hey, I want to also create a stall. So why do we have 2 stalls that both sell leather? That makes no sense. Not needed at all. So... Sorry, request denied. We don't need it. I mean, look at this beautiful 100%. What more do you want? It's perfect. Where's my carrots? 10 carrots are in here. Okay, so far this has produced 10 carrots, and I think only when this is full will it deliver it to here. Which means, theoretically, these guys need a marketplace to sell the carrots, but I don't like this. I want my general store to do that. Sorry, my granary to do that. Maybe they will create a stall now for the carrots. Oh, they can't. Yeah, sorry, but... I'm surprised. Why do we not sell the carrots in the same food? Oh, we do. Look. So we don't even need it. That is crazy. So we don't need to. Oh, We don't need the second guy here. Yeah, screw you. Okay, everybody's happy. We just need the church. Now, let's see. Where do we want to put the church? The church can be anywhere. Okay, you can build the church down here in this corner. Absolutely fine. Not a big deal. Not a problem. Let's actually reset. We're not in a rush, in a mad rush for firewood, so I'm gonna actually set this one here and this work area over here. I know they have to walk across, but I'm okay with that. There you go. I even make it easy for you and connect the roads, okay? So you can walk straight up. And I'm gonna give you guys also a road here. There you go. Because we're not in a mad rush. Yeah, so that's it. Look at this, 100% perfect. And once you have it perfect like that, that's when you want to pre-plan. So we want to build another house for somebody to move into. And we want that house then to be for goats. So for hides. So let me see. If we make this, that will be 2 eggs. That won't be enough to feed everybody. So, but the eggs cost what? 25. Okay. So let's do. So we should get 2 eggs from these guys. And as soon as we have another 25, we get 2 more eggs. And we also should we should already create the house that will be for our goat. There we go.
The finest hides in all the land.
It's a little bit crooked.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
Okay. And these guys here will generate the hide. So we're gonna do them next, so that we can have our tanner being busy continuously making leather.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
And we now need to work on our church as well. We don't need to employ anybody. We have all the resources. So for now, I would say, can we slap it in the corner here somewhere? That would be nice. We could put the church right here.
Leather.
Or if we want to integrate it into our village. Yeah, let's have the church right here for now. Fine, but facing that road.
The finest hides in all the land.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we can put the pub right beside it. And then we have the highest possible approval rating once we have the church, until we upgrade a house, which we're not going to do until we are prepared well enough for food. So you have 16 in here. That's great.
Don't be shy.
So we have 5 in here. 5, 5, 5. Nice.
Step right up and sample.
And it will be 6 now. So we're going to need 6 of each food type, 6 fuel. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure, again, each house uses 15 fuel per year. If we have 6 of them, that is 90 firewood. Yeah. Sorry, firewood I was talking about. So what we want to do now is we want to go into our trade window here, and we want to make sure that the firewood... oh, it's 75 already. Is it 75? Did I miscalculate that? 10, 15 per plot. We have 6 plots. That's 60 plus 30 is 90. Yeah, 90, yeah. So we're going to say we want 90. So we sell everything that's above 90. We don't care. There we go. We just made another 2. Cha-ching. Now, when it comes to planks, there's no limit really. You know, we just sell whatever is above it, but we don't want to waste all the timber.
Don't be shy.
So we still have enough wood that we don't need to worry about a forester hut yet. Okay, wild animals 10. We still have a hunter employed, even though we don't really need to, because we don't have any meat anyway. So there's nothing to hunt, and the berries are out of season now as well. Where's our stone, actually? Oh, it's down here. So what we should probably start doing is see if we can make a little road connection here.
Well, perhaps it was
There we go.
simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
And now we have a road here where everybody can walk around and through. So nobody can walk through here, but that's okay.
Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat them by the bushel.
Oh man, we're doing so sexy. This is nice.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
The apple orchid is another piece of food, but I'm not going to do this right now. So what I might do, and I want to see if this works, yeah? So if we build a house, literally starting here, and then bringing it all the way around here, and around here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, come on. You can do it. Okay, maybe we should start here. Hang on. We start here. We start here. Go here. Oh, I want to have it that weird shape. Oh. This is kind of good. Yes, look at this. This could be a whole thing. But I would love to get this little corner filled in. That would be so nice. I think if we put a road there, that will work. So if we put a road here, very close. And then... put a road here. That should be, well, it should go somewhere, I guess. And then... yeah. What we could do is we could move this. That's the marketplace here. We could move the fountain to the other side here. Destroy that. Get the road here. To come down all the way. Okay, yeah, we need this to be moved first. Okay. And then we can make a weird shaped apple orchard here. That would be amazing because that is also near our storage then. And that would be having us set up for a good one. Look at this, we had 80% approval rating. That is crazy. Are you picking up that piece of wood? No. Somebody pick it up, please. The new family started moving in. Very good. So, increase... Yeah, we have the fuel sorted out soon. Bread and berries. So now we need 6 berries. We need 6 of 2 different food types, which is easy. We have vegetables and we have berries. They last us for now. How many berries do we have here? We have another 24 berries. And here, do we have any yet? Yeah, there was no berries because this one was done very late in the year. And yeah, this has moved. Great. So now what we can do is we can get this road down here. And we should be able...
Bread, freshly baked, is still warm from the oven.
Oh yes, that is sexy. That is so sexy.
Meat here, finest hides in all the land.
Where's the icon actually for... Yeah, I don't see the... Ah! Crap.
More quality, he said. Impossible. Leather.
Oh, there it is. It's it's right here.
Don't agree. Well, anything really healthy and hearty.
That is perfect. 1 house, 2 houses, and the whole... is that field big enough, I wonder? It should be. So let's pause the constructions on this, though, because I don't want to do this right now. And measure it. Let me see. So it's approximately here. That's 0.9 Morgan. That's really good. So we have about 1 Morgan of apples. Oh, that's great. I think you're a good omen, Kickz. I always get code working when you stream. Oh, that's good. Okay, so now we have 16 monies. We need 25, and then we're going to start doing the goat. So, yeah, eggs are not going to be enough right now. So these guys produce 2, I think, per month. Nobody needs them right now. So the way this works with the food is, yeah. So these guys need 2 types of food per month. They don't really give a shit about the type of food it is, yeah. So from what I understand is that they randomly pick 2 foods, yeah, or it gets divided. So the more food types you have, beyond the amount they need, they usually split it. So say they need 4 food types. That means they need 4 food per month, yeah? If you have 2 types, they take 2 of each. If you have 4 types, they take 1 of each. However, even though they only take 1 of each, you need to have the full surplus of 2 different types of food to cover it. So if you have 2 different types of food, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need 7 of each food. Sorry, 6 of each food, even though they only use 3 of each type. It's really weird the way they do it, but that's how it works. So, because you might look at this and go, oh, I have 3 bread and I have 3 berries. That's 6 food. That's what they need. Then you find, oh shit, no, actually it doesn't work that way. We are short, and that's when you look at the market and you look at the food variety. You can see who doesn't get certain varieties. So you need to have each variety provided to the houses. So for some reason, this house is not getting anything right now. I think... Oh, this was broken from the get-go, I think. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. We had 100% earlier,
You'll not find finer
so this
wares
house is not
anywhere
getting
else.
anything. Not sure why. But yeah, sometimes one house just goes off the grid for some weird reason. Okay, we have the planks, don't we? Yeah, we have the planks.
Perhaps it was simply a bad
Let's actually assign someone here to the planks as well.
Snow's pretty all when it falls. What's some wood for tendons?
leather.
There's no pigs or cows. Sorry, Rant. I didn't see that. There's no pigs or cows in the game. Yeah, we might have to do something about that. So maybe next year when they start growing the carrots better. But you can see we have no problems. We're good. How are we doing on the hunter? How much leather do we have? Yeah, with 21 leather, we're doing good. With 88 firewood. We need 90 to have 12 months of firewood, which we actually have because we have another few here. And look, we nearly have 6 eggs as well. They might not need the eggs though, because not every house needs eggs. Yeah, right now each house only needs 2 food types. So, but we will have enough for each house on eggs. We have 6 houses right now. And we're producing 6 eggs once we have all of these signed. But what I want to do first is I want to make hide. There we go. And this hide will be used by this tanner to make leather. So we now have a continuously good working tanner, and we can sell the surplus leather as well now. So let's make this a higher priority. And can we get the show on the road? Can you guys actually build the church? That would be great. Boom. Church. Done. We should get, at the next tick, it should give us the church bonus here for the approval rating. Perfect. Look at that. We're not upgrading it to level 2 yet. There you go. Church level +1. Beautiful. So before you move to level 2, you should kind of prepare for that. Now the problem is you don't know what you need to prepare for. Yeah, because the game doesn't tell you, hey, if you upgrade this, this is what will happen. Yeah, but basically, when you upgrade this, you need 3 food types, and you need 2 types of different clothing. So, which means you need to start producing clothes, which means you need an artisan house, which is fine, but you also need a stone church. So the game doesn't tell you this up front, so it's very hard to figure out, obviously. Yeah. But you see, we still only have 3 stalls on the market. Perfect. Yeah, again, one house for some reason is being difficult. No idea why. Even though we have the resources there, we're 100% covered. It's just being a douche canoe. Oh, do you know why that is? I bet you it's because we have this on pause, and there must be some bug where one of the houses is not fully getting everything because somehow the game is reserving it for the empty house. So I bet you once we build this and it's finished, everything will go back to normal. But then we're an egg short, so we need another house to make more eggs.
We all know what that means.
So let me see if we can fit one here. Perfect. And we have trading area up there. Why is that so crooked? Why are you being so crooked, you douche? Stop it. Stop touching. Oh, we're gonna have to build a road there, otherwise it's gonna go freaky. Okay, so this is done. We're not gonna upgrade it. We'll expand the living space, of course. It means we have 2 families that can move in here at the price of 1 food. And we have a huge area for apples. And then we're gonna sign this once they're upgraded and people are moved in and we have the money. Oh, we do actually right now. We are gonna make this an orchard. But before we do that, we want to have more eggs and we want to have... yeah, so this is generating hide now. I'm assuming it's 2 hide per month. We have to keep an eye on that. I'm assuming it's 2 hide per month. And then every month we can craft 2 leather just from this. Which is obviously not enough, but hopefully it's more, actually. I hope it's more. I know with the eggs, it's 2 eggs per month. I don't need a tavern yet, Jeff, and I'm not ready for a tavern. If I would build a tavern now, there would be problems. I'm not streaming tonight. That's why I'm streaming this afternoon, because I'm out tonight trying to take my neighbor's money in a game of poker. So let me see if we can build this road through. Ah, why are you such a douchebag? Okay, let me temporarily place a road here so that I can make another beautiful house here, a perfect fit. Yes. Perfect. Actually, we can even do it like this. Yeah. Perfect. And that will be more eggs. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 eggs a month, which is perfect because if we have 4 egg productions, that means we have another 2 eggs here. Brilliant. Orchid, eggs, 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 eggs. And this guy, I'm just not sure exactly how many hide it produces a month. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna use, we're not gonna activate the tanner. We're gonna take the tanner out. And that is intentional because we have set up our storage not to store hide, only leather. By having the tanner deactivated, all the hide will start building up here, but also will build up here, which means we should see how much hide a month we're producing. 9 animals, and this should start to grow again. Yes. And then we're going to put another person here. So for now, let's advance, build, and put the tree collection down here. Again, people say keep moving the logging camp, yeah? So that they have a shorter distance. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It would be quicker. But I have 18 timber. I have 43 planks. I have firewood for 13 months. I don't think I have to worry about the speed right now of getting timber. I think I'm okay. So, the same with these guys. I reassigned them to this area here, and they're chopping away. That's fine. We're doing enough firewood, you know? And we're even doing enough to be able to sell some in the trading post. Right here. Look, we have plenty of surplus. So we're only trying to hold on to 20 planks. So 23 is what we can sell. Brilliant. We nearly have that much in here. And we have 107 firewood, and we only need 90. Well, actually, that's not true. Now we have how many houses again? 8. 8 times 15, that's 120. So we actually should have 120 firewood as surplus before we start selling. So we have 1 year of firewood for all our housing. In winter, they use 2. So 3 months, they use 2 firewood. You can see it here. So all throughout the year, they use 1 firewood per month, except for December, January, and February, which is 3 months where they use double that. And sheep sharing is forbidden in the winter as well. Interesting. So food is not doubled, just firewood. Yeah. So which means you have 9 months of 1 and 3 months of 2. That's 6 firewood per year per plot. So you want 120 at this stage. For 8 houses, it's 120 firewood you want to make sure you have before you sell anything. Let's see, we have to readjust the planks. No, we don't. Okay. I think it's time to create a trade route for our... Do we need our leather? Let me see. 26. We only need 8 leather a year. And clothing is even cheaper. So when you sell clothing, they only buy 1 piece of clothing a year. So we only need for the whole year, we only need 8 pieces of clothing. The rest we can sell. So your Fletcher that you're going to have, you can either make him unemployed for the majority of the year and have him work somewhere else. Or, you know, I don't know. Your Fletcher is a house, like, you know, was you preferably want 1 family only for it to be the Fletcher, because you don't need that many clothing. So, but you can sell it, of course, you know, so it's okay. Okay, so how much hide do you have here? No hide yet. Okay, so we wait for the first month to go over. Yeah, these guys are unassigned. So we have a lot of idle people right now here. We have so much timber. Let's create a little bit more firewood. And we don't need any more planks to be generated. Actually, we should always reserve at least 10 timber. I don't want to have shortage on timber if I need to build something quickly. We upgraded that, so we could theoretically put another person into our storehouse. They will do a lot of running around then. There we go. We do that here as well, and we only need 1 person here, really. And that's for firewood. I don't know why they're over there gathering. Not really sure why they're going over here, seeing that we set the work area to be here. So, yeah, I'm a bit confused, but okay, you guys do you. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I think we're in a very comfortable spot right now. I know the hunter is unemployed in the moment as well, but I don't care. That's fine. We're running low on berries, but we should be getting 64 berries again very soon. And look at that approval rating. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so now let's make sure that this one should be built. Okay, can you start it, please? And we want to also make sure these guys have chicken. These guys have chicken. And these guys will have chicken. So that means we get 8 eggs. First, we're going to expand this one. Come on. So we need 8 types of food here. So we have 8 leather. Perfect. We have 8 types of food except eggs. And we have 8 firewood here. Brilliant. Ah, excellent. Money's rolling in. Come on. Get it upgraded. And then we're going to make this also chicken. Oh, what happened? Why can we not do that? Oh, we can now, yeah. Chicken. So now, because we have 2 families living there, we create 2 eggs per month. If you have 1 family living there, if you don't do a duplex burgage plot, you will get 1 egg per month, and that's terrible. So right now, we create 8 eggs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 plots. Perfect. We create 8 eggs every month. Perfect. And the berries won't last because 8 berries a month would mean we need for a year 120 berries, and that is double of what this is. So do I want to grow herbs right now? Sure, why not? We have the money. They will now collect the berries as well. We have extra labor here. We probably don't even need this guy there because he's not creating a market. It's perfect. So we have more people to work. The pantry is full. Oh, great. So now these guys have a full pantry, which means they should be sending the stuff down here. And we need to get some stone at some point because this will fill up now. Yeah, and this is good. So we have 60 vegetables. We need, again, vegetables, the same thing. We need 120 per year right now. So these guys have 39 here. There's 60 there. These guys are generating now vegetables as well. So overall, we have definitely enough vegetables from these 2 plots to last us a year. So we have 1 food type, a year covered. Eggs, year covered. Now we need a third. Before you upgrade any of these buildings to tier 2, you need to make sure you have a third food type for as many buildings you upgrade to tier 2, you know, to match. So if we only upgrade 1, great, that's fine. To tier 2, we will probably have enough of a third food type to cover them. But again, I don't know how it does it, because say we don't have enough of a third food type, I think it will automatically send the additional food type to the closest house first. So, which means you should always upgrade the house that's closest to the market first. If that makes sense. Otherwise, if you do the last one, the third food type will, oddly enough, be given to a house that's closer who doesn't need it, rather than to the one that needs it. And this is the type of logistics they need to fix for this to become really efficient. Because people, if there's a plot where there's no families living, why would you need food? Makes no sense. If you have a tier 1 plot everywhere, but I have a tier 2 plot over here, why do you give them over there the third food type instead of the house that actually needs it? Makes no sense. So these are the type of things that they definitely have to fix. But again, I'm not complaining. They will fix these things. It's early access. But let's build and prepare for labor. Because we need stone. They ate pretty much everything back then. Specifically birds. The smaller the better. Don't understand the logic though. How does wood regrow? Wood doesn't regrow by itself. You need a forester hut. So in the first stream we found that when you regrow trees, I think it's seasonal as well. It's similar to the farms. It's similar to the vegetable farms. They all require seasons. So I think we noticed that trees don't grow immediately. When we go to the forester hut, you see them planting trees, yeah? Now, I don't know for a fact if the growing of trees is tied to the current weather and the month. It could just be on its own timer. So what I'm saying is it could be either that no matter when they plant the trees, it will take 2 months for them to grow, or 6 months. So every 6 months, you have whatever they planted fully grown. Great. Or it could be tied in with this as well, that when they plant the trees, but it happens to go into winter, nothing will grow until spring. Yeah. Seeing they don't mention trees, I think it's safe to say trees just grow as soon as they're planted, and they just take an X number of months to grow. But what you want is basically 2 forester huts at least, because while one is growing, you want to harvest the other one. And then you ping pong between them, because I think you start chopping them quicker than they can grow. I think that's the issue we had in the last stream. I don't know the exact numbers though on that. Okay, I think we can take one out. August grows, harvesting autumn. Yeah, so we can take one person out here. And put them to work. So how much hide do we have here? We have 1 hide here. That is so strange. So we get 1 hide per month? Yeah, we have March into April, we got 1 hide. Oh, wow. And this hide doesn't get delivered anywhere because we have hides disabled here. So we don't deliver hides. So all the hides should start building up here. So that is crazy. If we, even though we have two families living here, we only get 1 hide. And goats are not bound to the size of a land. Only orchids and vegetables are, which means you can have this to be the tiniest farming plot for goats. It gives you the same yield. Now with eggs, it's the same. It doesn't matter how small it is, but the number of families on a plot do matter, because one family, for some reason, because I guess you have 2 set of coops maybe with 2 families, and they generate 1 egg each, so you get more eggs the more families. So when we upgrade this to tier 3, we have 4 families living there, and we will generate 4 eggs a month, so you will double your egg yield. But it seems it's not the same for this. It doesn't seem to be the same for the goat and the hide. That is interesting. Yeah. They're getting full as well. Yeah, they should be delivering the vegetables here. Yeah, they do. Great. And we should get the berries delivered here. So yeah, I'm not so sure why. Like, it's still April and it's 1 hide. So if we're gonna get into May, and we still only have 1 hide, we have 2 hides, then this is not worth it. It's barely worth it. I mean, to sustain a whole village then of for leather or clothing, for leather. Oh, actually, we got a second one in April. Very good. So 2 a month. Great. Oh, stocks may be damaged. Oh shit, hang on a second. What are you talking about? Stocks may be damaged. Oh, the weather might mess up the farm. Okay. But everything that's in here should be safe. Yeah, they just need to start delivering it over to the storage house, to the granary. Perfectly. 73. Who's picking up berries? Okay, so what we might do is actually put 2 more people into the granary. And that is so these guys help transport. You see, they're all getting items. They each can carry 10 items, which means, yeah, we're gonna put another one here. So we get this sorted out as quickly as possible and sent down here. It's good to have that many spare people, actually. Oh, what happened to the logging camp? What? What happened to the logging camp? What happened to the logging camp? Building hit by lightning. Oh, shit. What? Dude, stop. No way. Okay. Oh, okay. I hope nobody died. Okay. Oh, okay. That is crazy. Yeah, I don't know much about farming myself, Montoya.
Come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
So in here for farming, you need to convert, you need to change what you farm, and then you need to have every now and then let the field go barren so that the fertility goes up again.
Never.
So how are we doing actually on our items? We have 73, great. How are we doing on firewood? 147, that's brilliant. So we don't need 2 people making firewood anymore. 1 is enough. And we get more timber. How much timber do we have? Just 1. Okay, let's put more people into timber. And move the area over here. There we go. Nice. And we can move the road here. Yeah, and these guys are heading over here. Very good, that makes sense. Okay, so how much height do we have here? 4 height. And it's May now, and we have 2 heights. So it seems you get 2 heights a month, which doesn't seem like a lot. But okay, let's put the tannerer guy back to work, because we need leather. We have 25, which is enough for 4 months. I guess. We have 8 plots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. So now, as soon as we have 50, look at this, 92% rating. That is how good this little village works. And before we upgrade it, before we upgrade anything, we're gonna make sure we have the resources. So we're gonna need to start looking at a worker camp for stone. I'm actually being a bit slow, to be honest, because I enjoy that everything's actually running smoothly. So excuse me, apologies for not rushing through the game. I know a lot of people at the second year are already at 3 farms and, you know, 50 clay things and God knows what. But okay, it's actually really cool. So we can put this here. Now, with stone, I don't want stone. Do I want stone to get delivered to here? That is the big question. Because I only want market stuff here. So I think it's perfectly all right if we have a general storage somewhere else for stone. Because I don't know if I want stone here. Well, don't want it here necessarily. So, and there is no way of changing your mind later. So there is no way for me to move the tools actually to a different storage right now. That feature doesn't exist. So I'm tempted to just build a second storage hood. Like here. Or actually, like right here. And then it will only be, it will take in the mining resources or something. So we have a storage here, and that storage is the one where we put all the mining stuff and the stones. But it's close enough to the village that if the workers are looking for stone, they can access it. So it's still central. I just don't want it near my market, if that makes sense. So let's put it here. Oh, do I have a through road here? I have a road here. They might be able to walk through here anyway. I'm not sure. Okay, let's put the storage here. Okay, we can now create our orchid tree thing. Upgrade? No, I don't want to upgrade it. Why can we not assign... What? Hang on. This is not right. This showed us an area we can work. No, this is not right. No. I'm sorry. That showed us that we can... that we have a farm area there. It puts it outside? That is so strange. Ah, that is not very much. Yeah, I see, this is what it looked like, and it showed this whole area to be like a farming plot because it has the icon here, but I don't think that works. Very strange. And that's the King's Road, so we can't really delete this road. But I suppose... yeah, that's the King's Road. Yeah, I see that? It had, the icon moves outside, which is really weird. But I thought that was okay. Okay, we're gonna have to build this again and then see if we can assign the orchid tree to it. That is so strange. Okay, how we're doing? We have enough planks, that's great. And this is nearly finished as well. Let's make this a high priority. No, actually, don't. Let's make this the highest priority. Nice. So how are we doing on food? We're getting herbs in there now as well. That's beautiful. So we have 120 berries. Beautiful. That is 1 year of berries. We have 105 carrots. I think the eggs get eaten pretty much immediately, so we make enough. You see, we have 8 eggs here, and as soon as they're given away, we have another 8 eggs being made every month, so it's fine. This guy is the tannerer, is picking up the hide, making leather. How much leather do we have now? 38. That's beautiful. You just keep going. So we might need to have multiple of those hides as well, because if we only get 2 a month, but each house needs, we would need as many of those goat houses as we need chicken houses. It's crazy. Yeah, that is gone. So we only need one worker here, I guess, for making the wheat or whatever, the herbs. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we need to upgrade that soon. That's why we need the stone. Okay, so now that this is finished... Yeah, it won't let me select it. That is so crazy. Oh, I'm so annoyed about that because it looked so good. It would have been such a great place to put the orchidry. Maybe if we make it a bit longer. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that works better, but then you see we have this weird stuff where we have the two buildings so far over that our actual farming area is like tiny, yeah? So, okay, what happens if we do this here and then we go here and then we just say we want this to be 1. Why does that not work? Oh, okay. That is so depressing. Oh, because we have something there, is it? I don't know.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Yeah, again, the houses are so far apart, and then the actual land is so... This is why I wanted it here on this side. Having the entries here, and then have this huge backyard is what I wanted, but it doesn't put the farming area into the right spot. That is so annoying. Oh man, that is frustrating as hell. Okay, if we have it here...
Shy, good sirs
Oh, yes,
and
please.
ladies.
No, it's again outside. Oh, that is so frustrating.
Bread, freshly baked, still warm from the oven.
Perfect. Not perfect. Yeah, you see the way it moves the house up? Oh, that is... Oh my god, this is so crap. Herbs are good for medicine, yes. So yeah, this is very, very frustrating that we can't get this to play ball.
Come on, come on. Feast your eyes on our fine selection. Leather, leather.
And that's the King's Road, so we can't move the road. Can we maybe move this road? If we delete this road, I wonder if it works better if we delete the roads here. Because we don't really need a road in between.
This is heavier than it looks. Come carrots, come all. Cabbages, feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Still doesn't.
You'll not find
Well,
finer
it looks like
wares
it's
anywhere
slightly
else.
in there.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection. You'll not find finer wares anywhere else. Oh, this is heavier than it looks.
Bread, freshly baked and still warm from the oven.
Yeah, no matter which way I do it, the farmland never ends up in the bloody house. And I think that's actually a glitch, because I think the build is valid, but it must be tying the ability to create the farm plot to that stupid icon. So, okay, so actually, get out. So, what I want in here is disable everything. And all I want in here is stone. There you go. For now. I want to upgrade it. And then I want to put a guy in here to start getting stone. Yeah, exactly. The farm icon goes into the middle or balancing point of the area selected. But the problem is this area isn't wide enough. So it moves it slightly into a different area. And I can't move these roads. That's the problem. Because they are the big roads. So I didn't want this space to go to waste, basically. But yeah, there's not much we can really do about it. So we could do something like that. And then we make that another vegetable farm when needed. So, yeah. I think we have to put the orchid somewhere else. Simple as that. Yeah. There's not much we can do about it. And we leave one person in there for herbs, so we should be delivering the herbs here.
Perhaps he
Nice.
simply does not know how to cook properly.
140 vegetables. So we definitely have now enough food to last for over a year. Now, 25 months, I think it's a bit exaggerated because we have 2 food types each for a year. And seeing that they all need 2 food types, we don't actually have enough food for 2 years. It's just not a thing. So this warehouse, once upgraded, we will put an employee in there, and they will then fetch the stone. And we need to upgrade the church to stone as well before we upgrade our one of the houses to level 2. And we probably should have another oxen down here as well. Which reminds me, we probably should do this now. Put it on this side. Yeah, we have plenty of timber, plenty of planks, and we're getting plenty of stone. So the cart here should bring the stone in. Excellent, 20 stone. And that means we can now upgrade the granary. Let's try that out. Because if we have a family designated there, the more oxen we can have in one area, the better. And then horses means that they can deliver faster. Because horses are faster. No, the small stable doesn't need a market spot. I don't think so. Oh, there's an ox. Okay. We're gonna buy another ox in 19 days. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. We have everything under control. So the only thing I'm missing is the orchid place. Oh, yeah, people are homeless because I destroyed the orchid place. That's right. That's not good. We have some homelessness here. Okay, let me build the road here. Let me connect this road up here. And then make a road go across here. No, 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 no. Stop doing that. And then we can put another veggie farm here. Oh, dude, what are you doing? The things we have to do just not to get into a hacky situation. It's not really a lot of farming ground. That's better. It's a lot more farm, but it's not that big, but it should be big enough. And then we can make that another veggie farm, I guess. Yeah, this hunter is one hunter is enough. So this seems to be one hunter enough. Yeah, we need a couple of more of those guys. But for every house we build now, we need... For every 2 houses we build... for every house we build, we need to build an extra burgage plot for chicken eggs. It doesn't matter what the house is for, we need to build a house for chicken eggs. So... So yeah, the eggs need some rebalancing because that is just terrible. Unless we actually start upgrading these to tier 4s first, because then we have loads and loads of eggs. Because if we, sorry, to tier 3. If we upgrade them to tier 3, there will be 4 families living in here. So we could make these one of the first houses to upgrade. Yeah, that's fine. The pantry will be full here. That's fine. We have 46, 51. How many do we have in total? It's 317 vegetables. That's great. 28 eggs in total. That's beautiful. So the reason we store our eggs is because they keep eating berries and vegetables mainly. And because they only need 2 food types, so the eggs are getting stored up in the moment. And here's all the stone. Very good. Okay, so now we need to upgrade this, and that's... Then we have the granary sorted out, which is good. Let me put that here. How many people do we have working everywhere? 1, 1, 1. That's enough. 1, 1, 1. Perfect. 1, 1. Yeah. Beautiful. And we still only need 3 market spaces. So the moment when we need more market spaces is when
This is heavy.
heavier than it looks.
When we have a level 2 house, basically. Let's expand. Yeah, you guys won't be homeless much longer. And there we go. And you guys can also be now a... Actually, do you know what? No, they're too big. We could start an orchid. It's not enough apples. But screw it, why not? Let's see how many apples we get from them. I mean, why not? Yeah, work area is empty, but we leave him there because... oh, actually, we don't need him there. Yeah, that's right. I think we're okay with that guy as well. So now it's okay if one of the family members brings down 1 stone at a time into that storage. That's fine. Because we have plenty there in storage. Alright, so I think it's time to create a forester hut. To deal with the issues of the forest. So we're gonna put the forester hut here. So put all the wood stuff here together. And let's leave 30 timber. How much timber do we fit here? 28. So, oh, we can't leave 28, so we should leave 20, I guess. Now, forester hut. Let's put 2 people in for the moment and go to advanced. By default, they kind of go here, but what I want them to do is, it's very hard to see in winter. I want them to do this area here. And in the meantime, I want the logging camp to start chopping down everything here. Yeah, that's full now. So it's time for the guy to bring down the stones. Yeah, absolutely fine. And look at this. We're making lots of money. We have a very nice, small, self-sustaining village. And this will take a year before that fully works. Or 3 years before the apples come in. So we're not too worried about that. So we need to start looking at an artisan as well. So we have plenty of room to make more markets here. So what I think we need to think about now is a single house with only 1 person. This is the important part. We don't want this to be a dual plot. We need this to be a very small... Well, it needs to have the extra plot. So let's do it like this. Is that big enough? Too small. Extension slot. Yeah, so... Oh, okay, fine. Go up to here, I guess. Okay, this is perfect. Oh no, this is an extension slot, but it's not a... Hang on. Yeah, I need this to be a work area, but not a double one. So we can make this narrower. No, it needs to be a bit wider. How do we not make this? Oh. So I want the extension slot, but I don't want the plus there. I want this to be like that, basically. Because we only want a single family living there, because otherwise they produce way too many artisan products. So what we might do is do some weird shape. Okay, let's do a weird shape. I can do weird shape. I wonder what will happen to this. How many houses will we get here that look weird? Okay, hang on. Oh, we can't do plus, so this is actually one house? Oh, that's crazy. I thought there would be at least several houses. Okay, perfect. We might even can make them a little bit smaller. No, they need to be a bit higher. Perfect. Okay. You see, they get doubles if you turn them around. Sorry, can we do 4? No. If we turn them around, they become doubles, which we don't want. If we turn them like that, that actually looks kind of nice. So we just need a straight road here. Oh, that's perfect. So let's do a straight road here. And now we can do a perfect. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Perfect. Now that's 3 houses. Yeah. We just have to be careful that we don't use this one. That will cause food problems again, yeah. But we only want to build 1 house here, so 1 artisan. So this will be 3 artisan houses. That's why there are only 1 families. And one of them will be for close right now, in preparation for tier 2 buildings. So, and they're near the main storage, which is good, because clothes have to be sold on the market. So we're gonna need a 4th stall, which means we're going to delete this market and create a new market with 4 stalls. Once that's done, hunting camp, no need right now, I guess. I don't know if the hunting camp is needed at all anymore. Because, well, mainly for hide, I guess. Because we should be having more of those guys as well. But they only produce 2 hides. It's... yeah. I don't know. I mean, once they become tier 2, clothing store supply, theoretically... I think it can... If we have 2 clothing items later on, that will be enough and we don't need leather. Because if that is the case, then what we can do is... we can only make enough hide to produce 12 pieces of clothing... sorry, 2 pieces of clothing a year for our houses, which means for 10 houses that would be 20 pieces of clothing, and that would cover the whole year. So if we have an artisan making shoes and another one making shirts, then theoretically that's 2 clothing items. And if that means they're happy with that and they don't get pissy because they're not linen, leather, or yarn, then that's perfect. So we have to figure that out. We have to upgrade one of those to tier 2 and then start looking at, okay, how do we prepare for tier 2 buildings going forward? We're also building one more artisan building, so we're gonna need another chicken coop building. As well. And that will cover 2 more, well, it covers its own house plus the new house. So, chicken coop building. Perfect. Should always build that first. Pause that. Okay, so we have the artisan buildings on pause. We're preparing for the artisan building by making a chicken coop building first, so that we have enough eggs to cover the building, the new building here and the new artisan building. And then we're gonna look at what we need for clothing and leather. This will take a year to work. We have totally so many vegetables. We have 341 vegetables. That is enough to cover double. For 1 year, double the amount of villagers or plots, which is great. And the eggs are piling up as well now, which is great. So we should upgrade this church to stone. For that we need clay as well. So there you go. Let's prepare a clay mine, for example, which is up here. We can do that straight away as well. Now, roofing tiles need a roofer, so which is not an artisan building, it's an actual workshop building, which is great. So from what I understand, you can actually fit multiple of those buildings, I think, in it. I think, yeah, you can put one here. Hang on. Yeah. There you go. You can put one here, and I think you could fit another one over there. But yeah, let's just put it here in the middle. It doesn't matter. And let's turn it. Oh, I want to build it perpendicular, man. Yeah. And then there we go. Okay. Now this mine, when finished, gets a worker, and what we also need then is we need the roofer or the tiling building, which is this one. So just like the tannery, we're gonna build this one right here, because we're not accepting clay anywhere. This clay stays right there. Yeah. So clay is not gonna be accepted anywhere. We're not accepting clay here. Perfect. This only accepts marketplace stuff. Food we can't control, that's fine. This one will accept not clay, but it will also accept roof tiles. And roof tiles don't need to be sold on the market, so they should go into this storage house, and that will be then where we have a dude pick up everything, you know, for that. Okay, good. That's excellent. I'm going to leave this here for the first stream. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. So we're not going to restart again. We're actually going to continue this one just to get into tier 2. So tier 1, what I learned from all this and from previous things in between streams is for the make every single plot a duplex, a burgage plot. Yeah, 2 families. And try to immediately at the start turn your camp into a worker camp, so you don't get the housing penalty. It still says you have 5 homeless people, but you don't get the approval penalty. I have it right now because I actually have a homeless person. But because I don't think... Did I extend this one? I did, yeah. So we shouldn't have really. Anyway. So you make doubles straight away. So you can manage within the first months. You start in March. Before the end of March, you can manage to have the worker camp upgraded, which means you have a worker camp acts like basically a burgage plot for 5 families. That is crazy. They only consume 1 food. So theoretically, you could leave that worker camp existing forever. They don't complain that they live in a worker camp, at least not on that difficulty. They don't care, yeah? So you don't even need to include them in housing. It's basically like a burgers plot for 5 families for free. That's crazy, yeah? That probably will change, though, in the future, that it will deteriorate over time, and if you don't give them houses, they will be homeless. So immediately start off with the 2 storages to get the stuff off the ground. And don't worry about food. You have enough food in the beginning to last you for like 4 or 5 months. Specifically seen that 5 families live in a single place that consumes 1 food. So yeah, easy. And immediately do a burgers plot duplex with about a 0.5 Morgan size plot for farming. And again, to measure that, you can go into your farming, click on the outskirts of this, and go. So you can't do it when there's 2, but there's a bit of a gap here, so we can do it here. So let's go here, select the farm, and say that it starts kind of, here's the line, yeah? So you can measure from here to here to here, and you can, oh sorry, I didn't click that there. To here, it's not clicking in there. Let's make it a bit smaller. To here, so you can see that we have approximately a 0.6 Morgan size farm for veggies, and that's perfect. 2 of them, and you can see we have like we get in total I think 36, was it 36? In total you get about 36 carrots per harvest per year. So that means with 2 you have you have 72, and that is enough to feed 72 buildings, or in this case, say for 1 year, that's 12. So what is that? 72 divided by 12? Yeah, 6. So you basically have, for that, enough to feed 6 plots for a full year. That's crazy. So now that we get more plots, especially now that they want 3 food types, we are gonna have to create a 3rd one. And so I would say one of them is enough for a full year for 3 plots. So that's what you're gonna need to calculate, approximately, if you do a half Morgan. And you shouldn't make it more, because they have to harvest. It's like farming. So if you make them very long or very big, they might not be able to harvest it all in the same year, and you lose some of the harvest. So you're better off making them about this size so that they can finish the harvest, and make them 2 families. So you have 2 families working on the farm basically for free. And then we need duplexes for the eggs, so that you get 2 eggs per burgers plot per month, which basically means for each 1 chicken farm you can support 1 extra house. But as soon as you're up to tier 3, if you upgrade that to level 3, it doubles the families, and 2 families become 4. So your egg production doubles. You go into 4, 8, 16, 20. So I have 20 eggs that being produced from 5 houses. From 4 houses. Yeah. Sorry, 5. 1, 2, 3. What is that? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4, 16. So we have 16 houses that we can supply eggs to from 4 houses, which means deducting their own need, it's 12. So you can have 12 extra plots supported from 4 tier 3 chicken plots. So I would say that makes it nearly the most important building to upgrade to tier 3. Because this doesn't increase in yield, this just increases in speed the more families you have. So the chicken plots is the ones you want to upgrade to tier 3 the quickest, so that you have your egg coverage as soon as possible. If you're not farming and all that, so... Yeah, so tier 2 is what we have to tackle next. That's brilliant. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave it here. Again, it might be an ugly town or whatever, but I think systematically it works really well. Everything is close to the storage house where it needs to be. Everything that doesn't need to store anything can be the ass of the planet. We don't care. We build the crafting buildings near the sources. So make sure you go into your storage and disable everything, you know, and only enable what you want to storage. So that way, hide stays in the buildings and you can have your tanner directly pull the hide. So you don't need to worry about going down to the storehouse every single time. I mean, the redundancy for the hunter to bring it into the storage house, then for the tanner to pick it up from the store, that's just redundant nonsense. Just have these guys work in tandem. Super brilliant. End product leather, bring leather into here. That's where we want to sell it. So yeah, we also proven that the trading post doesn't need a trade line. Yeah, we already made hundreds of coins. In total, we were able to buy 25, 50, 100, 150. We had over 400 or 500 regional wealth generated with no trading routes. Just surplus and a single person working here to bring the stuff we want to sell, to export into our storage, into the trading storage. That's it. Perfect. And we can have it in the middle of the town, which means shorter trips for the people to fill up the trading post storage. And we don't need to have to worry about building it on the King's Road. I intentionally built it away from the King's Road, which is this one here. It goes to here and then it stops. So this here is not the King's Road. And we have traders literally walking into our village. So I think this was a very productive stream, in my opinion, where we learned a lot, actually, and figured a lot of things out. And also we learned that while you have a building on pause, it can completely mess up your distribution of items. Visually, at least. Your market will look like it's only supplying 33% or something, even though it's not, because of the things that are not built yet that you have paused. But that's seems to be more of a visual glitch, not an actual glitch. But yeah, we're doing well. Look at this. It's perfect. And now we're preparing to upgrade to tier 2 in a very slow manner that we know how to prepare for tier 2. The church we already know we have to upgrade, so we're going to prepare for that already here. Excellent. All right. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you could leave a like on the way out, that would be appreciated. And I see you guys tomorrow. Tonight I'm out, so I see you guys tomorrow afternoon probably, if I can, because we're on a bank holiday tomorrow. So I might be able to stream twice. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and see you then. Bye-bye.